Can you confirm with News Nation that you're running for president?
Well, that would be a nice confirmation. There'd be a lot of people that would be very upset about that. But I think you're going to be very happy. I think people are going to be very happy at what I do. I was going to do something last night, actually, that would have made the place really happy. And so we're doing it a few days later. And I think people are going to be very happy, very impressed.
To your predecessor, who is about to launch another campaign. So how do you reassure them, if that is the reason for their questioning, that the former president will not return, or that his political movement, which is still very strong, will not once again take power in the United States?
Well, we just have to demonstrate that he will not take power.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
There's breaking news out of Palm Beach, Florida. Former President Trump says his Mar-a-Lago home there is being raided by the FBI.
For the first time ever, a former president of the United States has been indicted.
Former President Donald Trump indicted for a second time.
A federal grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump. It marks the third time the former president has been indicted.
Breaking news on former President Trump. He's been indicted for the fourth time in 5 months.
Breaking news, this is an image that will be in the history books. This is the mugshot of the 45th President of the United States.
The optics of this is working to his advantage. Look.
Breaking news from Colorado, where the state Supreme Court has just disqualified former President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump found guilty on all 34 felony counts.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Take a look at what happened.
The next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
I proudly accept your nomination for president of the United States.
Let Trumpomania run wild, brother!
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats.
Investigation underway after the second assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
As I was saying,
as you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA.
Get in there.
Let's go! I want to be a whale psychiatrist. I'm going for a job right now at McDonald's. I really wanted to do this all my life. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Here are our first projections. There, NBC News projects that Donald Trump has won the presidential election in Kentucky, Indiana. In West Virginia, Donald Trump is the winner. Florida, Tennessee, Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, North Dakota, South Dakota. NBC News also projects a winner in the Wyoming presidential race, Mississippi, Louisiana, Ohio, Kansas, Utah, Montana, Iowa, the state of Nebraska in the presidential contest, Idaho. The first swing state is North Carolina, going to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has prevailed in the presidential race in Georgia. Pennsylvania. NBC now projects he is the winner of Michigan and its 15 electoral votes.
Donald Trump is the winner in Alaska, picking up 3 more electoral votes.
Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin. He is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president.
Hey, look what happened. Is this crazy?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of the 199, and I'm happy to see all of you here tonight. Holy crap. There's so much going on that I don't even know where to start. I have no idea where to start. I was thinking we were going to talk about Dan Bongino. That would be, and we're going to talk about that, but I was thinking like that's going to be the thing we're going to focus in on tonight. Oh no, There's like 5,000 other things that are happening that I can't keep up. And it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. Joy Reed was fired from MSNBC. Lester Holt has been let go from MSNBC. The meltdowns surrounding Elon Musk are going like they're out of control. Dan Crenshaw threatens to kill Tucker Carlson. I mean, it's crazy right now. The amount of things that are happening is insane, and it is awesome. I can't wait to get into all of it with you guys. And Vivek running for governor of Ohio. That's official now. That's happening. The deadline for government employees to respond to Elon's email, that is happening tonight, I believe. It's crazy. Jake the Movie Geek for $20 says, part one, today was really hard for me. I had to put my dog to sleep. Oh, no. She was about the same size as your dog, Jeremy. We got her in 2015, so I've had her before starting to watch Geeks and Gamers with your Last Jedi review. Hopefully, laughing at libs like Joy can take my mind off of things. Dogs are family. Love them while you've got them. I agree completely. So shout out to you, Jake. I know the feeling. It's the worst feeling in the world. Dogs are the best. And, man, I appreciate you've been here for so long, man. So nothing but prayers for you and your family. That is awful to hear. But yes, laughing at some libs will probably help the grieving process for sure. And we're going to do a lot of that tonight because there's just so much. There's so much to keep up with that even I can't keep up. But really sorry to hear that, man. Really am sorry to hear that. I mean, as a matter of fact, I actually have footage of the government employees. This is exclusive footage to CobraCast, by the way. Okay, this is exclusive footage. But I actually have footage of the government employees when they were faced with Elon Musk's email. This is exclusive for CobraCast. Do you guys want to see the footage? This will help make you laugh, Jake the Movie Geek. So do you want to see this exclusive footage? All of these government employees, when they saw Elon Musk's email, this is the footage right here.
Mary, you won't let go of me. Oh, yeah. Bring out the olive. No! 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 Sally! Sally, I don't have anything! Sally, I don't have anything!
Woo! So that is real footage. That is real footage of the government employees having to respond to Elon Musk's emails. I saw that earlier. I'm like, we've got to use that. We've got to use that. Guava Ball for 10 says, get Jay a bidet king for that sponsorship for his brown backside so desperately needs. No more itchy dark side. Hail the 199. Are you guys still talking about that? Is that still a thing? Good Lord, Jay and those memes, man. Condor says humans CPAC speech was wild. I don't know what you mean by that. Humans CPAC speech. There was a lot of CPAC speeches, so I don't know specifically which one you're talking about. Let's see. We've got, it's sad to me to say, but we needed J6 and the nut with the firearm to know how desperate the swamp was and still is to stop us. Too big to rig. Sorry about the dog, Mr. Jake. Cobra. Homan. Okay, Homan. If you're talking about Homan's speech, yes, we reacted to that one. It was awesome. But okay. There you go. And you guys are always roasting me because I say these words wrong. You're like, oh, you're a retard, Jeremy. Well, I am a retard. Just to be clear, I am a retard. But sometimes the words are just like, wait, what does that say? Zioni says, Vivek announced he's running for governor of Ohio. Yes, he did. And check this out. And again, this is where, like, I don't just say things to say things. There's actually some substance to things. You know, obviously, like I said, I am a fan of Ron DeSantis. I think he has been a phenomenal governor of Florida. There's no denying that, and I'm never going to deny that. But he's also a fucking clown. And he showed how much of a clown he was when he decided to run against Donald Trump and make an absolute fool of himself. And in my opinion, he will forever be exposed by that decision. And now, here we have another moment from Ron DeSantis right here. Looks like he's picking his nose, but just listen to Ron DeSantis right here. And this is why I can't stand this dude outside of him being the Florida governor. Listen to this shit. He's asking, someone says, President Trump endorsed Byron Donalds for the 2026 governor's race. Do you plan also on endorsing Byron Donalds?
You know, my view is Donald Trump just got into office. I want these congressmen focused on enacting his agenda. They haven't done very much yet. They're not putting his executive orders into place.
Hey, Ron, as soon as you got reelected as governor of Florida, you started running for president. You remember that, Ron? As soon as you won in this landslide in Florida, you stopped focusing on Florida and you started focusing on a disastrous presidential campaign.
See what they do on the spending, but we have such a narrow majority that to be trying to campaign other places and missing these votes, I think is not something that's advisable at all. And so the reality is, you know, we've achieved victories in Florida. We need to start achieving those victories up there. So
This guy's still talking. All you had to say was, yeah, I heard that President Trump endorsed Byron and looking forward to it. And we definitely need strong leadership in Florida moving forward. So we're going to see how it all works out. But I am looking forward to Florida continuing to have strong leadership moving forward. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. But the problem is he wants his wife to run, and they're trying to be manipulative about it. That's what this is all about.
So I think people look at it and say, you know, you got a guy like Byron, he just hasn't been a part of any of the victories that we've had here over the left over these last years. He's just not been a part of it. He's been in other states campaigning, doing that, and that's fine. But okay, well then deliver results up there. You know, that's what I want to see. I want to see them delivering results for the people of Florida. We deliver it here all the time for the people of Florida, and that's what we need to be doing. And so, you know, I've said I'm going to be, you know, raising money. We're going to be looking to have somebody that's going to be able to continue and build off the success that we've had here in Florida. I think a lot of people think somehow the battle's been won and you don't have to worry about it. We could revert very quickly. That could happen 100%. And so
I just want to point out he's still talking and he hasn't answered the question. He's still talking and he hasn't answered the question.
So it really needs to be, okay, are you going to be somebody that's going to fight for people, especially when it's not easy? Have you been willing to get in and get involved in these big battles that we've had and have won over these many years? And if you're not willing to do that, then I think we are going to see this state revert. So I would not take anything for granted. I know people have been I mean, we've had hundreds of thousands of people move here specifically because of the policies that we have. And I think that that's something that you should not take for granted. This is not necessarily something that just goes on autopilot. And it's just something that I think is really, really important. So my thing is yes, we've achieved these victories. We have more to do, but you got to solidify.
He's still talking.
Solidify that, and then you got to take it to the next level. And that's really what the name of the game is.
What a disastrous answer. And he's going to continue to make himself look really, really bad. So Byron Donalds is going to be the nominee. That is just going to happen, no matter how much DeSantis wants to try to insert his wife into this equation. Byron Donalds will be the nominee for Republican Party because Donald Trump has endorsed him, and that's all he needed. Now, We've got the left doing what the left always does right here. So this has gone viral right here. This video went viral because this is what the left always does. They posted this clip out of context, and they were basically saying that Elon Musk abandoned his child here. This is what the left does. Here we go.
We don't have too many, but that one is. When I watched this rocket come down about 3 months ago, and I think
so that they edited that way to make it look like Elon Musk abandoned his child. Here's the actual clip unedited for these pieces of shit.
You know, I always say we have to be protective of our geniuses because we don't have too many. But that was when I watched this rocket come down about 3 months ago, and I thought it was crashing. I was talking to somebody on the phone. By the way, same thing happened yesterday.
And there you go. There's the full clip. So again, the left doing what the left does, continuing to lie, manipulate, twist the truth, because this is the desperate pieces of shit that they are. So there you go. And I mean, Elon derangement syndrome is kind of hitting Trump derangement syndrome levels at this point in time, which they are kind of one and the same anyway. There's really no difference. Elon derangement syndrome and Trump derangement syndrome are virtually the same thing anyway. It's the same symptoms, same situation. So really, you know, what are you going to do other than make fun of these clowns and laugh at these clowns? 877 cash now. You want the clip, everybody? Do you want the clip?
877 cash now. 877 cash now. They help thousands, they'll help you too. One lump sum of cash they will pay to you. If you get long-term payments but you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. 877 cash now. 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
I love the internet. It's so great. And on that front, we might as well talk about the announcement that happened last night. Dan Bongino. What? Like, Dan Bongino and Kash Patel are now running the FBI. Now, again, I have exclusive footage, CobraCast exclusive, of their first day at FBI headquarters. And I'm going to play that clip for you guys right now. Here it is, their first day at FBI headquarters. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Dazzling, dilated, display a new sound. Live on stage. Move it.
And there we go. So that's pretty much what we're going to be looking at with Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. Wow, I was very surprised at this announcement. Obviously, not disappointed at all. I was very happy about it. And look, I mean, this is the guy now. This guy right here.
Particularly good mood today. If you only knew. Give me that House on Fire song. It's one of his old songs. This guy's on fire, just like the Bailey song. That house on fire. He is on fire, Schiff. 100% success rate of failing. Why is Adam Schiff so worried? Folks, I strongly encourage you to go back and take another look today at the Russia collusion hoax. I know it's a story that's old and a lot of people want to move on. I'm going to be straight with you. I don't want to move on. We had the FBI in conjunction with the Department of Justice, officials in Congress, foreign governments, and intel people fabricate a story, invent a story that could have caused and done serious long-term harm to international relations with a nuclear-powered foe. It's kind of a big freaking deal. I'm not letting it go. And you listen to me. This is going to be very important in the coming days. I'm not letting this go. I want to find out what happened because it can never happen again. Not to a Democrat, not to a Republican, not to a Libertarian, not to any United States citizen. You do not get to alter or try to change the course of electoral politics by fabricating a story, hijacking the justice system then to give the patina of truth to a fake story. You don't get to do that. Why do I bring that up now? Because who is the ringmaster of that circus? Yes, Adam Schiff. And no, I'm not letting it go. Particularly.
And this was this morning right here from Dan Bongino. This, I think, was his first comments after it became official.
It's not going to be the last show, but we've only got a few more left with you. So obviously we're going to be working with a team of people to make this transition from me, political commentator Dan, to deputy director of the FBI Dan. Those are different roles, require different skills. Skills I have and have used before and I plan to use again. It's going to hurt to leave you. I'll discuss over the course of the coming days.
And just so everybody's clear, like Bongino is arguably the biggest live streamer right now. He's definitely top 5. He's one of the biggest shows on the entire internet. And he's walking away from all of that. He's taking a massive pay cut, but he's doing it for his country.
Days, I'll be with you for a little bit longer on radio and on my show. I will discuss exactly what's going to happen. It's not going to impact Vita or Haley's content at all. My wife has been running the business for a long time. I don't get involved with the business at all. I do the talking. But I want to ask you, who's next? Who's next? This isn't just about me, folks. The do matters. Who's next? You know, I said last week, and a couple of media critics commented, I said, we're all going to have to take it on the chin a little bit. Now, do you see what I meant? I never got in this for the money or notoriety. Listen, I enjoy making money and that I can impact people's lives and that people come out and say nice things to me as much as the next guy. But if you think that's why I got involved in this, running as a Republican in deep blue Maryland, my life of activism and my time in the Secret Service, if you think I get into the Secret Service to get rich, and you don't know me and you haven't seen the government salary scale. But I am going in this clear-eyed. Vision of President Trump, Attorney General Bondi, and Director Patel. I am going to do my job to implement that vision. And I can tell you right now, we are going to try our best. Every single thing I have in me, every single strand of DNA cell in my body is going to be dedicated towards keeping this homeland safe, no matter what. No matter what, that's my job. We're going to reestablish faith in this institution. The good people there doing their job, hitting the streets, developing sources. We'll have your back. We are going to reestablish faith in this institution. The FBI belongs to the American people. Doesn't belong to me. Doesn't belong to anyone else but the American people. But this is the honor of a lifetime, and it's a serious mission. And I plan on implementing that vision.
That's what I like to hear. You like to hear somebody who appreciates the opportunity they have and is willing to, willing to step away from it all. And I will say that I think that there's one thing you can do right now, because this is about setting a tone. It's the idea that, the idea that if, if you're in a new school or if you're in prison or whatever, you pick the biggest target and go ahead and set the tone. Well, considering this just happened right here, I think that Kash Patel and Dan Bongino should go ahead and target this guy right here, Dan Crenshaw, after his comments that were just made right here about Tucker Carlson. Let's listen to what Dan Crenshaw had to say about Tucker Carlson.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot.
If I ever meet him, I'll effing you know what. That's what Dan Crenshaw said about Tucker Carlson. Now, you could chalk it up to, oh man, he's just talking shit or whatever. I'm not sure if you've seen Dan Crenshaw on Twitter. He's completely unhinged and emotional and unstable. So one more time.
Have you ever met Tucker?
So there you go. So that's what he had to say. Now, we also have this right here where he tried to deny it. Okay? So right here is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Did you threaten to kill my friend Tucker Carlson? Dan Crenshaw says, LOL, no. The community note says Dan Crenshaw did, in fact, say that if he ever met Tucker, he would, you know what? So he's getting destroyed by community notes, which is fantastic. Now, Tucker Carlson has responded to the comments like only Tucker Carlson can. And Tucker Carlson has responded right here and says, why don't you come sit for an interview and we'll see how you do? I'll send you my address, Dan Crenshaw. So Tucker Carlson has directly responded. So listen, Dan Crenshaw, congressman out of Texas, is completely unhinged. He's been unhinged for a long time. And if a normal everyday citizen said that, they would be investigated. So go ahead and set the tone right now. Go ahead, set the tone. Let's go ahead and investigate Dan Crenshaw. That's what I say they should do. So I'm happy Tucker responded like Tucker should respond and say, I'm right here, man. And here's the thing. I don't think Dan Crenshaw will actually be able to have a conversation with Tucker. I don't think he would, because he wouldn't be able to answer any legitimate questions about all of his unhinged behavior. So I guess time will tell how that all plays out. But I don't like Dan Crenshaw. Most people don't like Dan Crenshaw because he's a nut job. And he's proven that time and time again. So there's that. Now, I do have, listen, we all want positive news, and you guys have said, like, Jeremy, all you do is talk about negativity. You talk about negativity. Well, I'm going to give you some positive news for a change. I listen to the people here. You guys want good news? Well, let's have some good positive news. Joy Reed of MSNBC has lost her job. And Joy Reed of MSNBC, after being fired, decides to cry about it on video. And it is glorious indeed.
My show had value.
Well, I didn't know it was a comedy bit. Holy shit. First line. The first line. Can we hear that one more time? The first line was a comedy bit. Here we go.
My show had value. And that, I'm sorry, that what I was doing had value. Had value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And I say this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And then it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that the moment of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young baby or a mom or dad that was killed, or when we opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted, and not just Black folks, or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty, defending books that...
Before we continue, may I just remind you guys about what Joy Reed had to say? right here. Here we go. Here we go.
No fair. My body, my choice. Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches. Wipe your own tears. Troll amongst yourselves with Elon and leave us alone. You got your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See, you did it just by voting this time. Congrats. You got your way. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay.
So she wants to cry and she wants people to feel bad for her after she said that.
People find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues. And yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object, to little babies being bombed. And where I come.
Wait, Democrats care about babies not being killed now? Since when did that happen? That's breaking news right there. Joy Reed, since when did Democrats care about babies? Holy shit.
I'm down on that is I'm not sorry. I am not sorry that I stood up for those things, because those things are of God. And I'm a church girl too, and those are the things that I was taught were of God. And so I'm not sorry. I'm just proud of my show.
I'm proud. I'm proud, baby. Well, you could be proud. You could be proud at the unemployment line because you are garbage. You are a garbage person. You're a racist, by the way. Joy Ann Reed, you are a racist. It has been confirmed many, many times how much you hate white people and how you have spewed your anti-white propaganda on your show that is now canceled. Trump broke you, just like he's broken every other leftist journalist out there. You are just one of many. You do not matter, and we're going to laugh at you every step of the way. And it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. We've got 10 gifted memberships from Poppin' Fresh J. Thank you, brother, for the 10 gifted memberships. Appreciate that. Blast Radio says leftist demon rats are now attacking Elon's kids. These people really push people to the wire. Don't they? Don't they? And then when it backfires, they cry and play the victim, just as Joy Reed is doing right there, playing the victim every single time. JD says, I want to get your take on Crenshaw's comments about Tucker. Yeah, we just talked about that. And I mean, I do. I just think Dan Crenshaw should be held accountable just like any other person if they said that, I 100% do. Gerard Armstrong for 10 says, what a past few days. Eagles say they will go to the White House because of the backlash. Yes, because of the backlash. Now they're saying they will. And Crenshaw threatens to unalive Tucker. Alec Baldwin threatens a Trump impersonator. I did see that. And as a matter of fact, I have that. Let me see. I have that on my bookmarks. I'm going to say, I'm going to be honest about this. Is it funny, the Trump impersonator, what he did to Alec Baldwin? Yes. Do I think that if Alec Baldwin punched him in the fucking mouth that he'd be justified? I do. I got to be honest. I do. I think Alec Baldwin's a piece of shit. All right. But I have to be fair. And I do think that this to me crosses a line a little bit. With that said, I have no sympathy for Alec Baldwin. I'm just saying I got to call a spade because this dude, this is next fucking level trolling right here. Okay. So, I mean, it's amazing. Here we go.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman.
God dang, man. Holy shit. It's so savage. It's so savage.
Friends, I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman. If you kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on. Look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation to me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me. And that's okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
No, you realize, but
Whoa.
no, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring. No, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children. Okay.
This camera, I snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right out. So you know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's okay, right? Look at this guy.
Dude, when he said, my kids live here, we love the children. We love the children.
Oh, you got a camera on me here?
The ring. No, it's the ring.
You realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
We're doing great deals for the children. Oh, man. So good. So good. Listen, I'm not saying I don't enjoy it, okay? I'm just being as fair as possible. Like, that is, like, you're invading the man's personal space. But on the flip side of this, Alec Baldwin literally killed a woman. He killed a woman. This is a fact. He killed a woman. A woman who was a wife and a mother. Killed her. It happened. So, but I just think that I would not have sympathy for the guy if Alec Baldwin punched him. I wouldn't. In fact, it would only be like perfect because Alec Baldwin would show his, violent rage once again, because Alec Baldwin has multiple instances where he's attacked people, like attacked a paparazzi. The man is completely unhinged. So I wouldn't have any sympathy for the comedian if he got punched. I was like, hey, you kind of deserved it. I'm glad you did it, but you kind of deserved it. It would have been a win-win, but it so fucking funny, man. So funny. And he's like, your favorite president. Alec Baldwin was so mad about that. Woo! Good shit. Let's see here. Let's see. Where did this comment go? You like harassing actors? You condone that? Did you fucking listen, Al fucking Simmons? Did you listen to any? See, this is why there's no point in talking to a leftist fuck. I literally just said that if he punched the guy for doing it, I wouldn't have sympathy for the guy. You fucking pussies don't listen to shit. Shut the fuck up. What I condone is you sucking your own dick. Because that's the only action you'll ever get, Al Simmons, you piece of shit. What a loser. Good Lord. What a big, fat pussy you are. You sit there and say all of this shit and they still want to be offended. All right? Good Lord. John Kennedy. For $5, says, check out the new post. Jason Scoop, impersonated Trump and enrages Alec Baldwin. It's great. 632-15-199. Let's go. Shadow says, Jeremy is the baby Elon never talks about. I hope so. War Beer says, you're awesome every day. Thank you for being you, Jeremy. What? Warbeer, have you been hacked? What's going on? Fantastic Mr. Knox says 877 cash now. Condor says Homan's speech. There we go. Thank you. Vlad says, here's for Jay's toilet paper. The IDOT crowd is here. What's up to the IDOTs? IDOT Nation. That's the way we should do it. IDOT Nation. Listen, we've got to talk about this whole situation with Elon and Doge. They're triggering everybody with this. And I think the deadline is tonight, as a matter of fact.
It's the Doge ultimatum. Elon Musk emailing over 2 million federal workers.
I have not
with
been
this
hacked.
subject
All right,
line.
I see you.
What did you do last week? It simply asks them to list 5 things they accomplished at work and says not replying by midnight tonight would be taken as a resignation. However, Fox News can confirm that the Office of Personnel Management has told agency heads that they don't need to fire people who don't reply to the 5 things emails and that the administration will work with the individual departments. And while that all gets sorted out, President Trump is gladly backing up the Doge mail by posting SpongeBob memes and doubling down at the White House.
I thought it was great because we have people that don't show up to work and nobody even knows if they work for the government. So by asking the question, tell us what you did this week, what he's doing is saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired, because a lot of people are not answering because they don't even exist. They're trying to find, that's how badly various parts of our government were run by, and especially by this last group.
Musk is also brushing off the backlash, saying this email is a very basic pulse check. But of course, there is outrage. Democratic Senator Tina Smith calling Musk a bad boss and using some salty words to say it. And others in the press were equally outraged.
Elon Musk has zero legal authority to fire government employees or force their resignations. These people don't report to Elon Musk.
This nonsensical email from Elon Musk acting like we're in kindergarten.
It's like an own the libs, make you cry more sort of environment.
So just so you guys know, Trump posted this meme right here, this SpongeBob meme to True Social. I screenshotted it and put it up, and I was like, this is what I voted for, because this is exactly what I voted for. I voted for mean tweets, and we're getting mean tweets, and the mean tweets are triggering the right people.
Right, where both Trump and Musk are performing for the MAGA base.
The new Trump administration is reveling in its bare knuckle approach to governing.
This is so sloppy with the way Elon Musk is handling this.
All right. So earlier today, Greg, the Harvard Harris poll came out and said 76% of Americans support what Doge is trying to do, asking people to show their work. The American
76%. Dude, like, the Democrats cannot win this battle. And I don't know if they fully understand that yet. They can't win this battle. This battle is a losing situation for them. And the more that they play into being fake offended over memes and the government being held accountable for taxpayer dollars, and they're going to act offended over that, losing cause.
American Federation of Government Employees, that's the union, said that the email was cruel and disrespectful. What say you?
First of all, Jen Psaki, Michael Steele, you're not outraged that your coworkers just got doged. I mean, you just lost Joy Reed, Jonathan Capehart, Katie Fang. Who else did they?
Alexis Wagner.
Alexis Wagner. They all went over, but that's okay. Really? That's okay, because in the media you never talk about that, do you? The thing is, this was obviously, the email was just a test to see if you still exist. You know, this is what you do for the George Costanzas, you know, the people that maintain a position but not a presence. So it's a bureaucratic bird call. And I've had to clean house a couple of times when I was an editor, and you always start with the outside in, and you have to do things in a big way. And when you listen to these criticisms, it sounds exactly like what they said about the border. When we were in crisis at the border, there was nothing you could do about it. Oh, you can do the little things, but you can't do the big thing. Seal the border, because it's too mean. It's too heartless. It's too insensitive. It doesn't show any empathy. And if you cast a wide net, whether it's Doge or the border, you're always going to get the wrong people. But that's the argument whenever you're dealing with excess. Whenever you need to cut and you know the company's in trouble, they will always try to stop it by using that argument that it's inhumane. But the only approach to reforming a bloated system is cutting it quick and cutting it fast. And if you make mistakes and it's messy, at least you can rectify it. It's not like releasing violent felons into the general population who then kill people, or letting your troops die in a chaotic withdrawal from a foreign country. Bureaucracy is actually an area where you don't need a scalpel. In fact, a scalpel cannot keep up with the growth of bureaucracy. You need a chainsaw. You need an axe, especially when it's this dire and the people in the media and the politicians aren't telling you how bad it really is.
And it was Milei, the president of Argentina, who gave Elon Musk that chainsaw. What he did when he first came in, their government was a lot bigger than ours even, and it was a little crazy. He just axed, I think, all of a sudden, in one fell swoop, 18 departments were.
It's the same thing that happened to Twitter when Elon took over Twitter. He came in and he got rid of like 80% of the staff, and everybody was freaking out saying, oh my goodness, how can he do this? Twitter is going to die. And now look at it now. It's stronger than it's ever been. It's a better platform than it's ever been. I know some people complain that monetization ruined Twitter or whatever. That is bullshit. It's definitely changed it for sure, but it didn't ruin it. Twitter, Jack Dorsey's Twitter was terrible. Elon Musk's X is fantastic because it reminds me of it's like the wild, wild west of the internet to an extent. It's not as crazy as the old internet was, but it's definitely a lot more reminiscent of that than old one. I mean, again, I lost my account for 2 years on Jack Dorsey's Twitter. I lost my account for 2 years over a Scott Steiner meme. That's how long I lost my account for, over a Scott Steiner meme. So it's much better.
Out the door. A lot of people in the private sector, Jesse, might be have empathy for people losing their jobs, but might be rolling their eyes at the suggestion that it would be cruel and disrespectful to ask for just a little update on what you did last week.
I updated everybody on what I did last week.
Oh, okay.
Here's my 5 bullet points. I had a pretty good week.
Yeah.
I worked on a federal holiday when everybody else stayed home.
Wow.
When
that counts as 2 then.
I made a brilliant and persuasive argument for Doge dividend checks.
Not
Cha-ching! I annihilated Jessica. Audience loved it. Ratings soared. I hawked Fox merch.
You did.
Yeah.
Shamelessly, but effectively.
That'll buy you a year.
And it increased revenues here, $150,000. I also hiked home on Friday to save the company money on car services. I actually didn't do that. But this is what he's doing is no different than what generals do, CEOs. Ben Franklin, what did he say? What have you done to make yourself better today? What did you do to make your organization better today? So when I see a request like this, I'm inspired. Other people felt like it was demeaning. And if you think an email like this is demeaning, you're part of the problem.
100%. Like, seriously, can you imagine everyday working Americans, people that have to deal with this shit every day? And then you're seeing Democrats say that there's something offensive by Elon Musk sending this email out to government employees that are being paid by our tax dollars. And all they have to do is respond with what they did. And that's it. And you're going to act like that's a big ask? And you think that's a winning strategy for you Democrats? You're just making things worse and worse and worse for yourself.
Because if you don't think you have to justify your job and you think you're entitled to your job, then that's why we need an attitude adjustment. This is what this was. This is an attitude adjustment. People need to be reminded that they're public servants. They serve the public. They're not there to serve themselves from the public piggy bank. Now, the fact that they're circling the wagons around these bureaucrats, it's infantilizing them. Like, you can't fire them. You can't email them. You can't make them come to work. This is like when Uncle Tony gives his dumb cousin a job at the dock that he doesn't have to show up for. He gets 6 figures, no paid job, but you can't talk to Tony. You can't email Tony. You can't ask. No one can say anything to Tony. He's privileged. And now bureaucrats have more special protections than the trans community did at its heyday.
He wanted to say something else. Did he want to say like trans freaks or weirdos?
He's privileged. And now bureaucrats have more special protections than the trans community did.
He did. He wanted to say so. The trans freaks
at its heyday.
What do you think about that Tony analogy, Jessica?
I get it. I know
Oh
about
boy, here we go.
Tony's nephew
Here we go.
and how that happens. I just don't think it's applicable to what's going on here. And you would know that what Elon Musk did, this directive, was a good approach to it if everyone had gone along with it. But you saw all of these Trump cabinet appointees who instructed their bureaucracies not to respond. Department of Defense, Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, the State Department all said, don't worry, if you saw that email, don't say anything. So if it is going to save...
It's so painfully obvious what she's here for. Like, I like Jesse Waters. I like Greg. Usually, let's see, Judge Janine is on there. Every bone in my body says to hate Dana Perino because she worked for the Bush administration. But I do remember back in the day when she worked for the Bush administration, I found her to be pretty hot. And so I don't hate Dana Perino as much as I probably should because she worked for I despise the Bush administration. But Jessica's there to have a leftist clown just so they're not like, oh, we're all right wing.
Of America, why don't the rest of the people that Donald Trump loves think that it's a good idea?
Well, if you're in the Pentagon, you can't Elon Musk
Elon
email
Musk
him and say, oh, I staged a coup in Cambodia last week.
But that's an argument for Elon Musk taking a breather before he sends an email like that to millions of people and say, oh, maybe folks who work on classified information can't respond to this right away. Or maybe a federal judge who's going to get this email Saturday night or whatever isn't going to be able to talk about privileged information that's going on in their courtrooms, for instance.
I might just write back and say, see me, if that were.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'll
See
get
me.
back to you.
Especially people who want to curry favor with Elon and the rest of the Doge department. Of course, they're going to say, see me, because they want a little bit of FaceTime. I don't think this is the worst thing in the world. And I'm sure there will be other instances.
The fact that this is even a discussion, that government employees have to answer a fucking email. The fact that this is even a conversation is insanity. There is no reason in this planet or the next that there should be anybody offended over this. Hey, what did you accomplish last week? I'm doing this at the pleasure of the President of the United States. Elon Musk is doing this because the President of the United States of America, who was elected through the popular vote and the Electoral College, has decided to give this power to Elon. He's working directly for the president. And the people that are being paid by the tax dollars of the United States of America can't answer what they've been doing, and someone's offended over this? Get out of here.
Where lines will be crossed, the sky will feel like it's falling. This is not the time to ring the alarm and say that we just went from orange to red. We're not quite there yet because, in the great words of Socrates, as written by Plato, the unexamined life is not worth living. And I would argue that there are a lot of government employees who've not been forced to examine their work because they do have a sense of entitlement. So if you have to sit there and figure out 5 things you did last week, 2 things can happen. One, you're completely worthless and you shouldn't be on the government teat and you should be relieved of duty because you're wasting taxpayer money. Or you're going to come up with a list that is so impressive that people will take notice. And those are the kind of people that we have to have left running government because there are critical aspects that have to be staffed. And I'd much rather they be staffed by people who are competent, hardworking, and not a bunch of fuss budget pearl clutchers.
Fuss budget pearl clutchers.
It might be the first time I ever said on the 5.
Do you remember? I always wonder, and then I'll shut up. how do Democrats think businesses work?
They don't think.
I think
they
it's
don't
like I think
about
they take it from romantic comedies, like a woman running a small boutique with carefully curated decorative pots and alpaca throws, and everything is just designed delightfully with a scalpel.
You think Bill Gates doesn't know how to run a business? Or Warren Buffett doesn't know how to run a business? Come on.
I didn't say that.
Well, but you're asking about if Democrats know how this stuff works. We're
But
either
they
liberal
decide not to-
elitists that
if they
have too
decide
much
not
money
to run for
work.
office. No, there was nobody in the White. Well, I shouldn't say nobody.
I'm talking.
But
I meant bureaucrats. you're right.
Biden, Kamala Harris, they never worked in the private sector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your
All right,
face,
up
Jessica.
next.
Now, check this out. We have a clip. Oh boy, here we go. Joy Reed has signed off. Racist Joy Reed signs off for the last time from her pathetic MSNBC show that spewed hatred, racism, and fake news. Here's her sign off right here.
Shout out to our amazing readers, our audience. I just love running into y'all in the airport, on these streets, and on social media. I could not love or appreciate you more. Thank you, thank you, thank you for holding us down. Almost 5 years. We are a toddler, and we out in these streets in this world, and we are not going to stop. That is tonight's readout. You can follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, and on Substack at Substack.
Blue Sky.
It's joyandread.substack.com. Also on TikTok and Facebook at Joy Reed Official. Inside with Jen Psaki starts out.
Okay. I know Joy just ended her show by thanking her team, which is the most
You're next, Jen. You're next. But let's hear your cope.
authentically Joy thing to do, I can tell you. And they are also a very incredible team. But I want to start this show tonight by thanking her. I want to thank her because she's done amazing work here. She does tell stories no one tells. She does that fearlessly on her show, but also for the person that she is. And even before I met Joy Reid, and I didn't meet her till I started working her, I felt like I kind of knew her. I don't know if you relate to this. I felt like she was kind of talking directly to me through the screen. I know many of you watching at home know exactly what I mean. And then when I got here, she became my office neighbor, literally 2 doors down. And she is the best office neighbor I could have asked for. I mean, she's somebody whose mind and her talent and her fierceness I admire so much, but she's also someone who I kind of just love running into in the hallway or chatting with on the set during specials, as my colleagues were just talking about anything, what's happening in the world.
Shut up, silly woman.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I was out. I'm done. I can't take it. So I'm tapping out. I knew it was going to be cringe, but holy shit, that was bad. That was next level. Holy crap. Good Lord. If I could say it, I'd say it on the internet, but let's just say I was contemplating. Good Lord. Check this out. Anna Paulina Luna, who I'm a big fan of. Great personality. Okay. Great personality. Anna Paulina Luna is now pressuring the Department of Justice on not answering her letters for the status of the Epstein and the JFK files. Luna leads the Declassification Task Force. She publicly asked Pam Bondi for the status of the documents ordered to be released by Trump. So Anna Paulina Luna using that great personality. So we'll see what happens. To be fair, I don't know why they haven't been released. I don't know what the holdup is. It seems very strange. Now, look, there's a lot of amazing things happening with the Trump administration, and you cannot take that away. But I don't really understand why does this take time to release files that are, Pam Bondi said they're sitting on her desk. What's the holdup? Release that shit. I don't know what the holdup is. Doesn't seem right to me. And if we get it released with a bunch of redacted bullshit, I don't know. But people, this is what we wanted, and this is what we expect. So I guess we're going to have to continue to pay attention to that. Also, it was just announced right here. Tomorrow, President Trump will sign executive orders at 3 p.m. Caroline Levitt will hold a press conference at 1 p.m. So Trump is signing more executive orders tomorrow. That is awesome. So I'm happy about that. Trump is just non-stop at this point in time. I mean, the man just does not stop. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see here. Let's see. Thank you for the $3 super sticker. Thank you. The final boss of G&G. No wipe 3PO. What? Is it girly to eat salad? By the way, I'm scared of my willy. What? I mean, I don't eat salad. I eat burgers and pizza like a grown-ass man. So there you go. DOD, State Department, and FBI were exempt from answering Elon's request. I'm a DOD employee and can tell you there's plenty of fraud. I believe it. I believe it. Let's see. For Jeremy's Fix My Retardation and Gayness Fund, Joy Reed is in unemployment line. Checked off bingo. Also, the rank and file federal DOD employees supporting the war fighters believes in defending our country. I took an oath to my country and I'll never break it. Hail to you. Hail to you. Let me see here. Dark Schwartz Rising says, notice she had to let out a little chuckle when she said, I'm a church girl too, because even she didn't believe it when it came out of her mouth. Talking about Joy Reed, 100%, man. That was cringe when she said that. Cole Hauser. The left is fighting this because all the hidden money that was going to the DNC and their NPCs around the globe has dried up. The bureaucrats are DNC volunteers that go out and canvass for them. Yeah, I mean, it's like you know exactly who is guilty by the fact of them panicking and freaking out and throwing bombs and haymakers towards Elon Musk. And that's fine. You can continue to show your desperation. It just means you have something to hide. So, Lady G, what's up, Lady G, Lady Gravemaster? Here's how you can answer that email if you're worried. Operation security concerns, clearance required, sealed report on desk to POTUS or VP Monday unless otherwise directed or some such. Well, yeah, I mean, again, all of these people, like, if they're scared to answer an email, they don't need to have a fucking job. It's really that simple. If you're scared to answer an email from a person who has been appointed by the President of the United States to send that email, because Donald Trump said just a few days ago, Elon's doing a great job, but I want him to be more aggressive. Elon immediately responds with this email, meaning that came directly from the President of the United States of America. That's simple. My spouse works in national security, has clearance and a requirement that prevents him from speaking about his job. That is one valid reason why some people cannot answer the email. Well, they can answer. I mean, I'm not an expert in this, but if Elon Musk is operating under the direction of the President of the United States, they absolutely can, unless I'm wrong about that. You don't have to go into specifics, you know? So, let me see. I'm going back up to the top here. Hector says, yeah, but did you see DeSantis on property taxes? I did. Let's see. They can answer, but don't have to give full details. They can't say anything close here to classified over email. Well, no, I wouldn't expect them to say anything classified, but you can be. We're getting too deep into the weeds. The email, I believe Elon even said this, but it's pretty obvious what it is. It's simply a pulse check. There's a lot of people that are being paid by the government that don't even work for the government anymore, that have government issued emails. It's a pulse check. It's basically a catch-all, like throwing this out there. And when you get all of these emails, what he sent 2 million emails out. So when people don't respond, then you start going through, who is this person? Who is that person? That's all it is. People are overthinking this too much. It's simply a pulse check. It's an easy way to get rid of excess that doesn't exist anymore. Instead of Elon or someone with Doge knocking on every door or going through every email, it's a catch-all. That's all it is. So people are getting too caught up on this and thinking about it. That's all it is. Not a band account says at least Ron DeSantis wouldn't be pushing fascism. Fuck Ron DeSantis. Nate Branch says Dan Crenshaw threatened to kill Tucker Carlson. LOL. Yes, we talked about that. BB for the 199. Thank you. Brother, is it Malachi? Is that how you said that? Where we could revert at any time, then why aren't you helping him? Stop playing yourself. Like the Judas that was Trump's former VP. He lost it all. Thank you for the $5. Eric says DeSantis was the Trump candidate in 2018. He doesn't win without Trump's endorsement. DeSantis today would have voted for Adam is it Putnam in 2018, who was like agriculture or something like that. Yeah, listen, DeSantis supporters are a cancer to the conservative movement. They're horrible. DeSantis supporters are a cancer. They are terrible. They're unhinged. They can't let go. They can't just understand that Donald Trump was always going to be the nominee. And now they're just pushing bullshit out there about Byron Donalds as well. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't say, is there some criticisms of Byron Donalds? Sure. Is there criticisms of everybody, including Trump? Sure. But do the positives outweigh the negatives? That's the question you have to ask yourself. John Jones says, Cash and Dan Bongino going to be an earth-shattering duo. Mike Zero Sources, also, please do me a favor and ask Ryan, what's a Blue Falcon? When he yells at you, I'd suspect you'll call people a Blue Falcon. I'm always trying to upset Ryan, so always. Dan's an excellent choice. He's been on the inside as Secret Service. He knows the bees going on there, and he has little patience for it. Yeah, I mean, he worked for Obama. He was like with the Secret Service with Obama. South Asian Kaiju says the toxicity and masculinity, it's glorious. Why is every vid online closed caption now? Well, a lot of it's just because that was the meta for a lot of viral videos. But also, I'm glad when videos have captions, because a lot of the time the volume is too low. So if you're reacting like me, like for instance, this video right here, if this video didn't have captions, the audience could not hear it.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot. I haven't made him
Without those captions, nobody here could have heard it. Now, I'm sure you've seen the video already, but I'm saying for me to play it, there is no way you're going to hear that. So I like it. I like when you can hear have the captions. It looks like a lot of people weren't. Okay, so a lot of people probably didn't even know about this. I see that we've had a bunch of people roll in here. So yeah, this is Dan Crenshaw, and he got busted on a hot mic saying that he would, you know what, to Tucker Carlson.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot. I haven't made him
Why would you say this as a United States congressman? What? I just don't understand it, dude. Like, I am a retard, okay? I am an absolute retard. And even I'm smart enough to realize that I don't have any conversations anywhere online or in private messages that I don't want the internet to hear. Because I'm assuming, and I have been recorded by people that I would like to call gamer words right now, even though they told me I wasn't being recorded. They did record me. I'm assuming everybody is screenshotting every conversation I'm having and everything I'm saying. So, and I'm a retard. This guy's a fucking congressman. Why would you say that? I don't understand it. It makes no sense. But anyway, Tucker Carlson did respond right here. And he says, why don't you come sit for an interview and we'll see how you do? I'll send you my address, Dan Crenshaw. Let's go. So, yeah. I mean, it's just he's just an idiot. Stupid idiot. Why not have IDOT highlights? I don't know what you mean by that. The apprentice to Sith Rhino songbird John McShane. Also, McShane covered up 90s files of strange recon photos of English writing in Vietnam fields. If you're talking about John McCain, I was not a fan. Mike Zero Source says, did Bongino say give it his best? Your best. Losers whine about giving it their best. Winners go home and F the prom queen. Sean Connery from The Rock. If you have not seen The Rock from Michael Bay, highly recommended. It's fantastic. Nagranol, what's up, Nagranol? Fantastic vs. Knox says, the poop my dogs do have more value than Joy Reed. That is true. Andy Plays Game says, what do Joy Reed and Dan Bongino have in common? Recent change in job and hairline. Blast Radius says Dan Crenshaw is washed up neocon liar. Cole Hauser says, because of her, I don't date black girls. Look at Cole Hauser letting everybody know what's up. Fantastic Snux says, if Joy Reid is all that, then maybe she should go independent. You're either going to be popular like Tucker, Fat Chance, or a big fat flop like Don. Well, yeah, I mean, like Joy Reid is going to absolutely get destroyed as an independent content creator. She's going to get crushed. And here's somebody who's actually good at it right here.
The big news tonight will be Joy Reid's final show on MSNBC. Single tear, white woman tears happening right here, Joy. She was officially fired over the weekend because she's a racist, horrible news anchor with no ratings. And that's really been the truth for a long time. MSNBC is under new management, and I guess they decided to come to grips with reality. The truth is, this is very sad news for us, as she's provided so much material over the years. I feel the way I felt when Brian Stelter got fired, but he came back, and you never know. I'm sure Joy Reid will wind up doing something where we will continue to get to respond to her absolutely insane POV.
Megyn Kelly is just awesome, man. I had a lot of problems with Megyn Kelly years ago, but she is awesome now, man. She is crushing it. Let's see. What did you do this week? Answer, did my job. LOL, easy. That's it. That's really all you got to do. Like, this isn't complicated. People are making a big deal of this. It's not a big deal. It's a pulse check. Bot one of the leftist media hacks said one word about the thousands of Keystone Pipeline workers fired overnight, nor the thousands of people fired over refusing the shot. I don't want to see crocodile tears. 100%. What's up, 3? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. East Coast Toasted Boy says, just came from Ripper's stream. Told him his stream has more testosterone than the lame stream because it's ran by a soy fig. Sorry, it's the truth. Hey, man, I hear you. That's why you're here giving me money. What's worse? What's worse? Me being a soy fig or you paying me money? What would that make you, East Coast Toasty Boy? Like, how gay are you? If you're claiming I'm gay, yet you're giving me money to read your comments, like that makes you like double gay, which is worse than being regular gay. Shout out to you, East Coast Toasty Boy. Trump impersonator went right for the jugular. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. David Loadman says, fuck around, find out AI song. Check it out. I've seen it. Yeah, I reacted to it. It's awesome. Health Minister of Belgium says Alec Baldwin broke every unwritten rule about basic firearm safety there is. Agreed. I mean, again, if there's anybody that deserves it, it is Alec Baldwin. It's weird because every time I say Alec Baldwin, I want to say Alec Baldwin's finger because I'm so used to saying Alec Baldwin's finger. Grand Potato says, wait, did Jeremy say something? Oh, no, not at all. Nothing. Hope says, guns and films almost went away because of Alec. Yep, it's true. Fantastic Knox says, Al Simmons, actors are here to do one thing for us, be the court jester and juggle. Yeah, and like, what was he saying? He's like, oh, so you're justify harassing actors? No, I justify harassing murderers. There you go. End of discussion. So I typically have no sympathy for people that murder people getting harassed in the street. Yeah, I really don't have a problem with that. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and watch that again. Let's pull that one up one more time because it's just so damn good. See where I can find it. I think I have it right here. Here we go. All right. So here is the Trump impersonator that basically just roast Alec Baldwin right to his face, which again is the greatest thing ever. No, if this was just your everyday actor, no, but a person who's actually a killer, yeah, I do not have any sympathy for Alec Baldwin.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends.
Because I want to be friends, right? This guy is so good. He's so good.
Total pardon because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on. Look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me.
You can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. Holy shit.
Right now.
Good. Oh, my God.
Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me, and that's okay.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Now, you realize, by the
Whoa.
way, no, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You got a camera on me?
The ring? No, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
Be real careful.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right out. So you know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's okay, right?
So that's okay, right? That's okay, right?
So he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's okay, right? Look at this guy.
So that's okay, right? Holy crap, man. Oh, that's funny as shit. It is, though. And so as I said, I'll repeat what I said earlier. Like, if this guy gets punched, I'm not gonna have sympathy because, like, pretty fucked up. Like, you know, but hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. So this is the same guy that so this is a different one right here. This is a public setting. I did not have any issue with this one at all. So watch this one.
Bobby, it's your favorite president. I forgive you, Bobby, for being such a loser about the election. It's not your fault you were born with a low IQ. It's not your fault, Bobby. Believe me. Bobby, your favorite president won. Kamala lost. She lost so strongly. You were wrong. You're a loser. You're a total loser. This show sucks. You're going to get low ratings, Bobby. You're going to get low ratings. Look at that. From raging bull to raging nobody. Such a disgrace. You're such a disgrace, Bobby. It's a horror. It's an absolute horror. Kamala is getting drunk somewhere. Unbelievable. Look at this guy. That guy's calling your favorite president a virgin. Can you believe it? Look at that crowd. It's such a horror. Such a disgrace if you look at it. But we're gonna win. We won big, okay? Look at that. Come here, paparazzi. Come here. I love this guy. Look at that. Unbelievable. You want to do a little dance, paparazzi? Come here. Get in that ass.
Oh, shit. The Trump effect is everywhere. It's taking over, and it's great. Cole House, just keep up the great work. Jeremy 199, praise Ara. Thank you, Cole. Hopes it's California wanted to ban guns in films, fake or not. Disinfected Scientist says, if serious, the 3-letter I work at will be empty. We'll see. Aiken says 76%. They must be all brainwashed, says leftist. I know. Same Millennial says, hey, Jeremy, you got some dirt on your upper lip, but seriously, how come you're able to grow a mustache that's more visible to us than your eyebrows? I don't know. It's weird. Like my facial hair and all that, you know? I don't know. And I'm bald too. Don't forget that I'm bald. According to the internet, that I'm bald anyway. Socrates Magoat says, Jeremy, did you see the Chris Rufo post on X about the private chat feds who were using to talk about trans sex stuff on taxpayer time? I did see that. But I didn't read up on it much. I might check that out though. Grant Potato says, what are the 5 things you have done, Jeremy? I streamed and I made videos. That's about it. I haven't done that much, but I'm not getting paid by the taxpayers. I'm getting paid by the people that choose to give me their money. They're not forced to. 8 o'clock says, wait till next week when Trump and Elon tell all these workers that they'll have to get their work done on time. John Jones says, Jen Psaki looks like a retired porn star. I feel like Jen Psaki. I feel like Jen Psaki looks like this dude.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay? Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
Greatest video in internet history. Love it so much. Hunter says, hail, we are MAGA. Piter of Las Vegas says Jen Psaki is the female version of Rachel Mad Cow. Fantastic Knox says she should have called her show Circle Back with Jen. Maximus BT says, because of you, I'm watching Interstellar for the first time. So far, it's pretty good. They're by Saturn. It better be good. My favorite movie of all time. But like I said, the third act is where it really divides people. The third act is where it divides people. But I have done way too much research on quantum physics and singularity and, all this research, mainly just because of the movie, because I was fascinated with it. And I fully understand all of it now. It took a couple of viewings to get a full understanding. It is a mind fuck. Ministry of Wrong Things says, what does it say about Red when someone else has to come out and plead, did you know this is actually a good person? I know, right? Joyless Reed is out. We got a scalp. I mean, weave. Yeah, where is her weave? By the way, like Joy Reed had like this Trump. She had this like Trump wig on, right? Joy Reed Trump wig, right? Trump wig. Right here. Where's it? Did this guy troll her? Hang on. I just searched it. Here we go.
Do you think people with Trump derangement syndrome know they have it?
You're an idiot.
And second question, did you steal Trump's haircut or did he steal yours? Cultural appropriation haircut right there. She didn't like that too much. Do you think people with Trump derangement syndrome know they have it?
You're an idiot.
And second.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. So there's her Trump wig right there. Let's see here. John Jones says, I wonder if Pam Bondi is saving the list drop before Oscar night. That'd be epic. I don't think they're thinking that far into it, but I mean, I could be wrong. Hope says they need to have all the arrest warrants ready first. Aaron James says Trump is requiring all members of Congress to attend an event in March. I expect he will reveal the results Pam has discovered then. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Star Wars and Stripes for $20. They took my job. They took his job. Let's see. Durkadur. Yeah, man. It's going to be great to see the meltdowns. But you know what's like, do you remember when Elon fired all these people from Twitter? Have we heard anything from them? Who are these people? How many? I wonder of the 80% of people that got fired from Twitter, how many actual employees did that add up to? And where are they? They clearly were irrelevant. They clearly didn't matter. Who are they? Where are they? Nobody cares. You know? Feel free to think this. How many feds do you think watch this show, D-Day Cobra? Don't know, don't care. But I have no idea. I don't know. JD says, what do you think is holding up the releasing of Epstein names? Do you think they are organizing arrest, letting politicians kiss their families goodbye? Why not just make it public? I do think that the theory that they're getting arrest warrants in place is legit. Also, let's just say this. Kash Patel was just confirmed and sworn in. Now you have Dan Bongino. Pam Bondi was only sworn in like a week and a half ago. A lot of Trump's picks, it took a little while to get them all in there and get them settled. And there is a lot. So there is some nuance that goes along with that I think we need to probably recognize for sure. So, you know, it does take some time to put something like that together. And you are potentially looking at a lot of powerful people that are involved in that. And Team Trump probably needs to be operating at full force before they're going to drop that bomb. So that's where I would look at it from. That's the only perspective I could offer on that. 877 Cash Now, updated pick. Dan knows where the bodies are buried for Dems. Not you, Dan Vask. Not you, Dan Vask. There we go. Thank you. Zeva Cross says, that's right. That's right was so spot on. Yeah, it was in the Trump impersonation. Let's see. I don't even know what you're saying here. So I don't know what this is. I have no idea. Vault 95 says, why are you saving the world when you could be gaming? It's true, man. And the new Fortnite update is out too. Fiesta Cat says, there are so many private sector jobs that require way more than a short list. This whole thing is comical. Hunter says, we are in the weeds. Default says, Joy's heartfelt farewell to all 6 viewers. Mike Zero Sources, tell Ryan to get his VA rating. If he refuses, please dub him a Blue Falcon. Davis Mart says, Jeremy is so awesome. Hail to 199 and gay. Undead George Washington. So having to justify my job in the private sector for all of us. Just fine. Bureaucrats, diabolical. Also, Ryan sniffs men's feet. Packing Proton says, bigger win if she said mother pussy bucket. Venkman, I'm sorry. Venkman from Ghostbusters. Nullface says, Techno Viking is the best video on the internet. Is it? It's pretty iconic for sure. What the? I just lost money. I just lost money. Fantastic Snock says, speaking of Diddy, his lawyer noped out. That is true. Thanks, Dan, for costing me money. Appreciate that. Mola Ram says, is Ron wearing high heels? Ozma says, Dan and I share the same birthday. He's good people. Hi, Jeremy. Burrito Man Mister says, hail the 199. Lucifer says, hail the 199. Steel Leg of History says, thank you for your kindness and support. I'm working hard to keep improving on my knee recovery and working on my channel. I enjoy talking. Everyone be blessed. You right back at you, man. We appreciate you, man. Keep up the good work. Little Orphan Funkhauser says, what up, Fig? Nico says, Joy Reed is Big Mike 2.0. Jeremy, did you hear about the boom threat, probably bomb threat on American Airlines plane from yesterday that was headed for Rome yesterday? The psyops with airplanes is real. There's a lot of stuff about airplanes. That's why I just drive. I keep my hands on the steering wheel, and I'm not about flying. If I can avoid flying at all cost, I 100% will. So hopefully I won't have to. I probably will have to get on a plane at some point in time, but as long as I can avoid that, I certainly will. I will continue to do just that. Because it's just not for me. It's just not for me. All right, I did have we got plenty more stuff to talk about. There's so much going on. I don't even think I've gotten half of the stuff that's going on right now with all the nonsense. Like right here, what is this? Let's see. So we have a federal worker infuriated over Elon Musk's email asking what she did for work last week. Here we go.
First, just tell us about this email and what it was like receiving it and what you all have talked about after getting it.
Sure. I got this email Saturday afternoon, about 3 p.m., and I felt absolutely infuriated getting this email with a demand within 48 hours to provide a response on what I did within the last week or face termination. This is clearly an attempt from Elon Musk to harass and bully and intimidate the federal workforce, which is part of his broader plan to gut the federal workforce and privatize public sector services to ensure that corporations like his own can get more profit. And that makes me really angry, and my coworkers as well.
First, just tell us about
what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? That's my question. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. My God, man. These people have never faced, and it kind of goes back to the online world. I've talked about this many times. Like if I would have found any level of success in the online world when I was younger, in like my early 20s, I would have never been able to understand how to deal with any of this. But because I actually worked real jobs and went through real life experiences and, didn't really find any real online success until like, my mid 30s. Then I was like, okay, well, that's good, because everything I've been through, going through real jobs, working for a real company, interacting with real people, and understanding how that whole process worked helped me big time. This person sounds like someone that's never had to actually have a real job or actually have any standards to work towards at all. Zero. It's pathetic. You have to go through things to prepare you for life. And this person clearly has never been through anything challenging in her life. Maybe she has white privilege. Maybe she has white privilege. JB username says, for 20, says, thoroughly enjoying the show so far. Keep fighting the good fight. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the $20. Kretosis for $1. Thank you. Andrew CR just dropping even lower than Dan Vask. Even like we're done. CobraCast's closing up shop tonight, and it's all because of Dan Vask. All because of Dan. Is this can't be real? Is this real? Okay, hang on. Look at here. Okay, so A federal judge has denied the AP's emergency motion to restore their access to the Oval Office and Air Force One. Literally, all they had to do was get their cards back, was stop pushing the blatantly fake news and call it Gulf of America. That's all they had to do. So from what I understand, this is legit. So, live look at the White House press briefing room after a federal judge denies AP to restore their Oval Office access. It's the Gulf. Holy crap. Gulf of America, baby. It feels good to be on the winning side. It feels great. So that says victory Gulf of America on the backgrounds there. So Trump is a master troll. He really is. He's next level when it comes to this stuff. Now, I know that there were some reports earlier that the Philadelphia Eagles were declining the White House or whatever, but apparently that is not the case. Just in Super Bowl victors, Philadelphia Eagles honored to visit the White House if and when Trump sends the invite. Now, I don't know the details of this. I do know that there were reports that they declined. I think it was because of the backlash that they have responded, but I'm not completely sure how that all played out. But ultimately, I hope that's exactly what happened. I hope that they had to respond to backlash, because that just shows you the cultural shift that has happened to where the Eagles declining a visit to the White House, and because the backlash was so bad, they had to backpedal. I think that's fantastic. If that's what happened, that just shows you that we are healing as a country and as a culture. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, we did get this announcement today that Vivek is going to be running for governor of Ohio, which was long rumored, and now it's official.
President Trump is reviving our conviction in America. We require a leader here at home who will revive our conviction in Ohio. And that is why today I am honored to announce that I am running to be the next governor of a great state at the heart of the greatest nation known to mankind, the state where I was born and raised, the state where Apurva and I raise our two sons today, a state whose best days are still ahead. I am honored to announce my candidacy to serve as the next governor of the state of Ohio. I will lead Ohio to be the top state in the country to start and grow a new business. I will lead Ohio to be the top state in the country to raise a young family. I'll lead Ohio to be the top state in the country where our kids get a world-class education in math, reading, writing, critical thinking, and physical education. I will lead Ohio to be the top state in the country where we give our kids the toolkit to think of themselves not as victims, but as victors in a competitive global economy.
I don't know how to say this other than there's so much to like about Vivek, but I still can't get there with trusting him. There's just something about him that comes off as a phenomenal used car salesman. And you're like, man, I want to buy this car from this guy, but it just doesn't. He's so good at selling me. And he's so good. He knows all the talking points. He's got a lot of energy. He's super fired up, but there's something he's hiding from me. That's just, I don't know what it is, man. Like, and then the whole thing with him not being involved in Doge anymore was very strange. And that kind of reignited that feeling I've always had about him. I've tried to get there with him, man. I really have, but there's just, I can't fully invest in him. With that said, if he's going to carry out the Trump agenda, so be it. But I just can't fully get there with the guy. I'm not sure what it is.
We will lead Ohio to be the top state in the country where we embrace capitalism and meritocracy instead of apologizing for it. We will lead Ohio to be the top state in the country that takes a hatchet to red tape, overregulation, and bureaucracy. We will lead Ohio to be the top state in the country where we lead the way in the sectors of the future, from semiconductors to aerospace. I will lead Ohio to be the top state in the country where patriots across America.
You know, does anybody know that song, that Usher song, You Remind Me? You know? You guys know what I'm talking about. You remind me of a girl I once knew. You know what I'm talking about? So no matter what, you can't get that reminder, okay? Well, Vivek, you remind me of a politician I once knew. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do, I will always think about hope and change. And Barack Obama speaking so eloquently and speaking so properly and firing up the crowd and sounding like he's preaching and getting the crowd hyped and promising hope and promising change. And all I hear is Barack Obama. That's all I fucking hear.
Actually flock to instead of Florida and Texas. I will lead Ohio to be the state of excellence in America.
I'm not saying he's Obama because Obama's was horrible, but the vibes are there. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. The Doge thing is weird. I can't explain that one. I can't explain why he was taken off of Doge. But it does seem like that there's something more going on there that we're not being told. So, I mean, it's like anything else, man. Maybe I've watched too much House of Cards. You know, maybe I've watched too much House of Cards. But it just seems like, and I know this is Donald Trump, and I know that things are operating differently under Donald Trump, but at the end of the day, you're still playing politics. You're still playing politics. And so what was the guy in season 1 or season 2? The guy that they were grooming to become the governor of Pennsylvania, the pothead, or the alcoholic. What the hell was his name? Damn it. If somebody says his name, I'll get it. But he now I'm waiting for somebody to tell me. Spoilers. The bald guy. Yes, the bald guy. He was the younger bald guy from Pennsylvania. Russo. Peter Russo. Look at Keenan. Thank you, Keenan. Peter Russo. He was a terrible choice, but he was young and he had, the ability to connect with the voters. And they were like, well, if we can put the campaign behind him and we can have I've watched way too much. I've watched way too much House of Cards. With that said, how awesome is this right here? How awesome is this? A view like this is what we need more of. All right. Just following President Trump around and giving us this type of view of this. This is amazing stuff right here. This is awesome. Giving their handshake. Yes, that's Macron. Yes. Bump that music down just a little bit. Transparency, baby. That's it. Macron, go home with your husband. Hey, was that Peter Russo? Right there. Look at that. Is that Peter Russo? That looks like Peter Russo shaking JD Vance's hand. What's going on here? I haven't watched this video yet. This is cool as hell, man. And like such a ginormous difference from the Biden administration. Like this is incredibly transparent.
We very much appreciate the attention. Today's a big day in that we had a G7 and President.
Does CobraCast have a Discord? We have like in the Geeks and Gamers Discord, there's a CobraCast section. I don't know how active it is. I don't spend a lot of time in Discord. The two places, and here's like, it'd be interesting because, I mean, we have locals, but we also have critic lists, which is more like for movies and television and stuff like that. But I wonder if we could create like a CobraCast, just a group chat in there. I'll talk to Blaine about that. Maybe we can keep it political, like, because we can kind of talk whatever we want over there. But I don't want to just push a political group over there without talking to Blaine first. But it's an open forum. So I don't know if Blaine, if you're watching, but what do you think about something like that? So
Macron was a very special man in my book. We were together. We did it together. And I think a lot of progress has been made. We've had some very good talks with Russia.
There you go. Z Highness says
very
it.
Good talks with others, and we're trying to get the war ended with Russia and Ukraine. And I think we've come a long way in a short period of weeks. And the president's been very helpful also. And we're also talking about trade, various trade deals that we will be doing with France. And we'll be discussing a little bit further. Then we'll have a press conference later on. You can ask some questions. We'll be having a press conference in a little while. We're going to have lunch with the entire French staff, and we look forward to it. And again, the relationship's been very special with France and very special with this gentleman on my right. And we look forward to keeping that going for a long period of time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's good stuff, man. I love the transparency of the Trump administration. It's freaking fantastic. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I said, with all the stuff going on, it's almost impossible to keep up with all the stuff that we have going on right now. But it's you can't hang on. What is this? Oh, Don Lemon has something to say about Megyn Kelly. Okay.
So let me just say to Megyn Kelly, in my 30-some years as a journalist and my 50-some years as a person of color, go fuck yourself.
Okay, let's start that over.
So let me just say to Megyn Kelly, in my 30-some years as a journalist and my 50-some years as a person of color, go fuck yourself. Okay? I usually don't like to talk about her because she's one of those people. She thrives on it. She has built the second part of her career on being a troll. So this is what Megyn Kelly said about Joy.
Okay, first of all, let's just call it what it is. All right, Megyn Kelly is a massive, massive success, and she always has been. I didn't like her very much years and years ago, but she was the #1 person at Fox News. She just was. You've never been the #1 person anywhere, Don Lemon, except for your boyfriend. Okay, that's it. That's the only place you've been #1 with your boyfriend. All right, your white boyfriend. So regardless of what you think, Megyn Kelly was #1 in the mainstream structure, and then she got out of that, and she has completely dominated as an independent as well, independent journalist. So she's crushing it. And Don Lemon is failing miserably, and it's driving him crazy. This is jealousy is what this is.
Joy Reed, right? And remember, Joy Reed is a woman. Megyn Kelly's a woman. She's supposed to be all about women and, supports women. Okay, so this is what she said. Remember when Joy Reed laughingly mocked white women tears as pathetic and offensive to her? Who's crying now, Joy? Good riddance to the absolute worst person on television, and shame on NBC for letting it go on this long. And she has she is an axe to grind when it comes to MSNBC, and also, this whole, she's racist, right? It's just, I'm going to give you the evidence. Supposedly learned from it, and then spent every day after apologizing for it and being fired for it, then spent every day proving the point that she is a racist. And not very supportive of women. If you look, all you have to do, the evidence is in her Google search. And what she says about women, and how she calls them out all the time.
Don Lemon got an interview with Elon Musk on Twitter. Elon gave you this massive platform, and you fucked with him. All you had to do was be honest and not be a literal piece of shit, and you couldn't even do that.
The worst person. No, Megyn Kelly. The worst person on television was fired from NBC in the Today Show a few years ago, and that's Megyn Kelly. That's the worst person who's not on television anymore. Is you. That's the worst person who's not on television. So hoorah for that. NBC did something good with that. You know why? I like to give proof of things.
Oh,
evidence.
Really?
Like when I said Donald Trump, the president of the United States, was racist, it wasn't my opinion. This isn't my opinion about Megyn Kelly. The evidence is there. I'm going to show you the evidence of Megyn Kelly, and that's just as I showed you the evidence of Donald Trump. So
he's pathetic. This is all because Megyn Kelly is crushing it, and he's trying to get relevancy from talking about her, which I don't mind, by the way, but let's just call it what it is. Megyn Kelly is going to be good for clicks. You're getting clipped right now and put on Twitter. I'm responding to it, not because we care what Don Lemon has to say about anything. He's talking about Megyn Kelly because Megyn Kelly is relevant, and he is trying to get any traction whatsoever because he has screwed everything up to this point in time. But no one actually cares about Don Lemon. No one cares. So it's never going to gain you an audience by talking about this. We're just going to laugh at you, which is totally fine too. I encourage you to continue doing shit like this so we can laugh at you. It's good for me. It's good for the audience. Uh-oh. What? No way. This can't be real. Is this real? Rachel Maddow went on a 4-minute unhinged rant against the owner of MSNBC for firing Joy Reid. What?
PM hour all the other nights except for Mondays. So that's a big change. An even bigger programming change is at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, where Joy Reid's show, The Readout, ended tonight. And Joy is not taking a different job in the network. She is leaving the network altogether. And that is very, very, very hard to take. I am 51 years old. I have been gainfully employed since I was 12. And I have had so many different kinds of jobs, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But in all of the jobs I have had, in all of the years I have been alive, there is no colleague for whom I have had more affection and more respect than Joy Reid. I love everything about her. I have learned so much from her. I have so much more to learn from her. I do not want to lose her as a colleague here at MSNBC. And personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. It is not my call, and I understand that, but that's what I think. I will tell you, it is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got two non-white hosts in primetime, both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows.
Let's go! Yes, she is so mad. What an idiot. You're calling out your bosses. You're calling your bosses racist. This is fantastic. You deserve it, MSNBC.
It's Katie Fang on the weekend. And that feels worse than bad, no matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible, and I do not defend it. But there's just one other piece of it that you should know. From your side of the TV screen, you will mostly see changes in terms of who's in the anchor chair. And actually, everybody who's going to be in anchor chairs from here on out are great colleagues and great at what they do. And you are not going to be disappointed in who's on our air and what you're going to be seeing. But one thing you cannot necessarily see is that the people who get our shows on the air, they're really being put through the ringer. Dozens of producers and staffers, including some who are among the most experienced and most talented and most specialist producers in the building, are facing being laid off. They're being invited to reapply for new jobs.
Send them packing, baby.
That has never happened at this scale in this way.
Because your network is garbage. Because people like you have destroyed every ounce of credibility that MSNBC ever had. And it didn't have much, but what little it had has died with people like you and Joy Reid. So you are the reason that people are losing their jobs right now. You are the reason that your network is not taken seriously. You are the reason. So if you're upset about people losing their job, blame yourself, dude.
Before, when it comes to programming changes, presumably because it's not the right way to treat people and it's inefficient and it's unnecessary. And it kind of drops the bottom out of whether or not people feel like this is a good place to work. And so we don't generally do things that way. Maybe all of our folks, including most of the people who are getting this very show on the air right now, maybe they will all get new jobs here. And I hope they do. But in the meantime, being put in this kind of limbo, the anxiety and the discombobulation is off the charts at a time when this job already is extra stressful and difficult.
Oh, shut up.
It is not news for me to tell you that the press and freedom of the press are under attack in a way that is really, it's a big deal for our country. It's very visceral for us here. I know that the business of the press is not an easy thing, and I know that no job is forever. But I think I'm safe in saying for all of us anchors who you know through the TV, please know that what pains us the most is not what happens to us. It is what happens to our coworkers on whom we depend and who you don't necessarily know, but we respect and love them and depend on them. And did I mention we respect them?
Oh, shut up.
This is a difficult time in the news business.
Oh, like
but it
we
does not need to be
care.
this difficult.
We don't care.
We welcome new voices to this place and some familiar voices to new hours. It's going to be great, honestly. And we want to grow and succeed and reach more people than ever and be resilient and stay here forever. I also believe, and I bet you believe, that the way to get there is by treating people well. Finding good people, good colleagues,
cry,
doing good work with them,
fucking cry,
and then having their back.
Cry.
That we could do a lot better on.
Cry.
I'll be right back.
We want your tears. We want you to cry. And to make it even better, all right, Joy Reid had to mention big balls on her last appearance.
Number one, kept refreshing email to see if I was fired or placed on administrative leave. Number two, tried to concentrate over the sound of colleagues cleaning out their desks. Number three, accommodated the request for access to classified data by big balls.
Yes. Yes.
Colleagues cleaning out their desks. Number 3, accommodated the request for access to classified data by big balls. Number 4, had a scotch. Number 5, researched countries I can relocate to. Number 1, kept it.
Big balls. Let's go. Oh my gosh. We live in the absolute best timeline. And I will repeat what I said many times before, we have to appreciate what we're seeing right now. It really is. It really is special what we're seeing. And right on point with what I was saying earlier, right here, President Trump has officially endorsed Vivek for governor of Ohio. Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor of the great state of Ohio. I know him well, competed against him, and he is something special. He's young, strong, and smart. Vivek is also a very good person who truly loves our country. He will be a great governor of Ohio, will never let you down, and has my complete and total endorsement. So there you go, right there, which, again, that's not surprising. I expected this. It doesn't change how I feel about Vivek. With that said, I think he's going to win. He's going to win Ohio 100%. Let me see. Let's see. Davis Mart says, Jeremy, you and the 199 is the media. Fuck those losers. Hell yeah. I mean, that is like, it is scary to think that like we could have any influence here. But I appreciate it. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying what we're doing here. Oh boy. JT's here. My 60-year-old boss has become more assertive lately. I keep forgetting to do one important task, and she said, if they pop me, I'm going to pop you. But little does she know I'm popping. Thank you. Blast Radius says it's amazing how the bosses at MSNBC allowed Reed to spew the most hateful and racist rhetoric at whites and get away with it for this long. And if it was the other shoe, exactly. Crazy Clown Town says Utah is set to be the first state to ban fluoride from public waters. A bill will come across Cox's desk in the next few days. Thank you, Crazy Clown Town. Ace Brain for 20. There's a vid of Vivek giving his high school valedictorian speech, and his way of speaking hasn't changed, which makes him seem more genuine, in my opinion. That's fair. I've seen a lot of stuff from him over the years. It's just I can't get there. I want to. I've wanted to like Vivek for the whole time, but there was just always something that just, I don't know. So he's so well spoken and so eloquent, and that is not the like JD Vance is eloquent and well spoken too, but it comes off as a very regular kind of guy. Like, what I'm saying is, like, does Vivek speak like that in the privacy of his own home? Like, it's just so. It's so polished, you know what I mean? And I don't like that. I don't like the polished nature of it. But hopefully he turns out good. Hopefully he does. John freaking Murdoch 450 says, I guess what's happening at MSNBC is the result of the U.S. aid money drying up. Hell yes. Hell yes. That's interesting timing, isn't it? John freaking Murdoch. JB username says Vivek is that chick who's super into you that you're not sure if she's an escort or not. Hey, listen, I'll give Vivek credit, okay? He came on to Friday Night Tights, all right? I mean, he showed up, and that was, I respect that. And he didn't denounce us like Zack Snyder did. Nico for 10 says, same for me. I worked real jobs when I was a teenager in high school and was taught accountability. Gen Z has had it too easy by not working. That's why they don't know how to do anything. Also, hail the 199. Hail. Thank you. And let's see. Packing Proton says, tagged you on X in a video that might be worth adding to the batch. Half-naked woman running in the streets. I saw that video. I'm not sure if that video is going to be YouTube friendly. I'll have to watch it again. Mike Zero sources. Oh, Sparta says can't run for governor and do Doge at the same time. Fantastic Snock says, one thing I know about Usher is endorsing Kamala. That is true. That is true. Chris for 20 says, I love how this timeline is going. It's almost surreal. Too good to be true. I pray it leads us to success. You and me both. It is almost too good to be true. That is, I agree with you completely. And that's a little bit nerve-wracking. YouTube NAACP, you know how to, or know what to play. Force Geek says, I think Vivek isn't Doge because he wasn't really needed. Potentially. Packing Proton says, Vivek gives off snake oil salesman vibes somehow. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead says, do you have any thoughts on Stephen A. Smith running for president 2028? He is considering it. Also, Bill Burr and Jon Stewart could run. I mean, I don't think it's a very popular take, but I truly think Stephen A. Smith has a legitimate chance at making some noise if he decides to run for 2028. And not because I think Stephen A. is great, because I think Stephen A. is an idiot. The rest of the Democrats are idiots too. And Stephen A. actually has charisma, and he actually has something that he can bring to the table, which is what you have to have in this new era of politics. It's not because I believe in Stephen A. Smith. It's that I don't. Who do the Democrats have? Who do the Democrats have? They don't have anyone. Stephen A. can actually make some noise. I'm telling you. Now, Bill Burr, I don't think Bill Burr's a fucking moron, but so is Jon Stewart. They're all morons. But I think Stephen A. could actually make some noise. I do. Annie says, never like Vivek. He just seems like a smiling snake. Force Geek says, Vivek was probably twiddling his thumbs at Doge. Ministry of Fronting says, Vivek is taken off Doge because his comments about H-1B controversy, basically calling white Americans lazy. Ohio is a compromise redemption. Fantastic Snox says, DeSantis lifts or JD Vance knee-high socks. DeSantis lifts. Nullface says, Vance's PP has more Indian DNA than Elizabeth Warren does. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, so Europe is trying to tell Zelensky to continue the war. Keir Starmer, I think that's how I say it. Keir Starmer is the one leading the charge, apparently telling the rest of Europe to ignore Trump. I don't know how to say that name. Nico says, Fruity Lemon Head trying to stay relevant. Force Geek says, Don Lemon is desperate. Megan shouldn't respond. She will, though. She will. JD Corey says, Barnes was almost put in jail today by Judge Karen named Andrea Chin. Viva will most likely post a clip. It's an insane case. Really? The fuck? I haven't heard anything about that. Enoch says, yeah, Trump is making lots of great executive orders, but Joe Bama judges are blocking him at every turn. Is he complying with the judges' rulings, or is he even obliged to comply? I mean, he's going to comply, but he's also going to fight it. So it'll be challenged and he'll win eventually. Let's see. WTF. I don't know what the hell your username is. I wager most Americans have had more jobs than Mad Cow in their live streams, making much less than I can. I can't see this because Rumble makes the text white and yellow, forcing typos. Yeah, Rumble. I mean, I love what Rumble does, but Rumble sucks. The platform sucks, but hopefully they'll get better. But I love what they stand for, because what Rumble stands for is the most important thing. They stand for freedom, and they've stood by people like Dan Bongino, who got hundreds of thousands of viewers over there, and they truly are. Like, Rumble's probably the most free speech. Like, Rumble's more free speech than Twitter, I think. I'm looking at it right now, but I'm looking at the chat. I mean, we have 400 people over there watching right now. That's a lot of people. But the platform sucks. And I don't mean that from the people. The people are awesome. I appreciate the support. I'm happy that the platform exists, but it does suck. It's just not a good platform. And too many people that are getting paid by Rumble don't say that. Too many people that are getting paid by Rumble that get a huge following because they get promoted by Rumble will tell everybody how great Rumble is. Rumble as a company is great. They have awesome people working there. The platform fucking sucks. That's the bottom line. And I guess I can say that since I don't get paid by Rumble. But the platform fucking sucks. Real Stream Hero says, as a MAGA from Ohio, I will not vote for Vivek. He can go F himself. Never forget what he said about American when he wanted to import a bunch of Indians to replace American workers. Johnny the Whiskid says, hey, Jeremy, you know my 2K loss. I spent another 2K for a new computer because my current one keeps crashing. I will need to spend less on Super Chat so I can pay. Hey, man, never take money off the table to give me Super Chats. Never. Rumble Studio sucks. Yeah, Rumble Studio sucks. They wanted me to use it, and I'm like, I ain't using that dog shit. I ain't doing it. It's not good. Let me see. Johnny Whiskey says, I know this is not your concern, but there was a massacre in Congo. 70 Christians massacred by ISIS militia. Let's see. Militants. Viewer discretion is advised because it's graphical on Twitter. Yeah, I haven't even seen anything about that. I'm thinking of getting a cycling machine because I gained weight. I used to go to the gym, but this may save me money. Is cardio alone enough to lose weight? What do you prefer? Let's see. You have anything to work out? Yeah, I mean, if you just walk, like, you would be amazed. If you're again, I'm not here to give like super like in-depth advice on this, but if you just start walking, you will be amazed. Because when you spend a lot of time on the internet, or when you spend a lot of time playing video games or just watching TV. So for me, like, historically, I was always very active because I worked retail, and I can't sit still. It's weird because now I stream for a living, but I'm not I don't like sitting still. It's just not, I always have to be moving. But when you sit a lot, or where you're complacent a lot and you don't move around a lot, you'll be surprised if you just start walking and get a step meter on your phone or your watch or whatever. It is such an easy way to lose weight. Just walk, get on your phone, put your headphones in and walk around the neighborhood, find a walking track, check the neighborhood. There's certain neighborhoods. I'm not going to say any disparaging comments, but certain neighborhoods you don't want to walk around. Just put that out there. Okay. But, just make sure. But yes, there's walking is very good for losing weight. But make sure you're not in a bad neighborhood. Okay. No Face says, give me Don Orange over Don Lemon any day. Ministry of Wrong Things says, Jeremy looking like MAGA Mario with the mustache, red sweater, and hat. Null Face says, you owe a Sydney Sweeney. Lots of it. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, please quit and go independent then, Mad Cow. Act Natural says, Operation Mockingbird is meeting its bitter end. Nico says, Brian Williams used to have bad TDS. Now he's based. Maybe the lesbians at MSNBC should take note. Either way, legacy media is done. Yes, it is. 8 o'clock says, Rachel really giving those Frost vibes. Shout out to her, to Zipper. Greco for a 199. Thank you. Force Geek says, y'all see hot Michael Crenshaw saying he killed Tucker. Yep, we covered it a couple times already today. Greco says, Jeremy, you have the biggest balls, man. I don't mean that in a gay way. You bring the truth, brother. Hail the 199. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Mr. Wilson says, Jeremy, you pronounce cur just like qui fig. Oh, then type it that fucking way. All these foreign fucking words. I'm in America. All right. I'm in America. I'm going to say it like it's spelled. I'm also from Alabama. My parents might be brother and sister. Work with me here. Okay. Darth Gavel says, Dan Bongino named Deputy FBI Director, MAGA for the win. Eric K says, cut out soda and high fructose corn syrup. True. Andrew 32 says, didn't Stephen A use a made-up word back in the day when trying to make a point and went into hiding for a couple of years from humiliation? I don't think he went into hiding for anything. I mean, Stephen A has been roasted many a times for bad takes. Many. The Raven and Writing Desk says, the USA-Canada match set viewing records. Trump says he's watching the game. The nation watches with him. Love it. Hell yeah. Lord Botha says, show us on the email where Mr. Musk hurt you. Government employee therapist. Chris Swain. Nobody is going to flock to Ohio over Florida or Texas. What a clown. That's true. I mean, listen, Florida's just it's either Florida or Texas. The thing I like about Texas is Texas has such an identity to it. Like all you need to do is again, I don't know how many people in the audience listen to country music, and I don't mean current country music because that shit's gay. I'm talking about like real country music, whether you're talking about George Strait and yes, Garth Brooks, but even if you go back to Hank Williams Jr., Merle Haggard, all of that shit. Okay. Like Texas just has identity, and it's awesome to hear Texas being referenced in all of that. Johnny Cash. Absolutely. Alan Jackson is great. Alan Jackson's awesome from back in the day. Let me see. Only D-Day Cobra would sit here and read all the super chats. That's right. That's right. Conway Twitty. Some old school names. But yeah, like Garth Brooks was awesome back in the day. I know he's a bitch now because he is. Garth Brooks is an absolute disappointment beyond belief. But back in the day, he was he was the man. Now he did take country more pop. He didn't go full pop, but George Strait is pure country. Same title as the movie he was in, by the way, too. Let me see. Clint Black was great. Yes. Waylon Jennings. Carrie Underwood. She's like, I don't listen to Carrie Underwood now, but like, she's got a great personality. But some of her earlier albums are really good. He has friends in low places. That's right. Forsky says Trump impersonator confronts Alec Baldwin gold. Yep, we've watched that one a couple times. The man bro dude says thanks for all the work you put in. You're a good dude, Jeremy. One of the top major players for sure. Also, everyone join Criticless. It's fun. It is fun. The Geeks and Gamers group is closing in on 1,000 followers over there on Criticless. Let's see how many followers I have. Let's go to my profile. I've got almost 600. And the Geeks and Gamers group, has it hit 1,000 yet? 921 members. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, there's an app. You can download the app, Android or Apple, and it works fantastic. And we love it over there, man. And I'm happy to be involved with what they have going on. And I think that site's going to pick up a lot of traction. It's just for movies and television right now, hoping to get video games added in a video game database. And if we could do that, that'll be huge. Adding video game database to that will be like, it will be a game changer for Criticless. It really will. What is this? Elon Musk just retweeted this.
Brand new polling, which shows overwhelming support for the Doge cuts. When asked if the U.S. federal government debt is unsustainable, 67% say, heck yeah, it is. It's unsustainable. 33%, nah, man, we got this. But when asked if Doge is helping make major cuts in government expenditures, 60% say, heck yeah, it's helping.
Dude, Democrats are losing. They cannot win these battles. The majority of the American people are on Trump's side. They are on Elon's side. They cannot win this battle. Nobody likes the fucking government. And if somebody is in there making the government accountable for all the bullshit they've been doing, that's a winning attitude for Americans.
40% say, no, it's not helping. And finally, when asked if Doge should have access to the sensitive data, remember that one? 58% say, heck yeah, give them the access, compared to 42% who say, no, don't give them the access. So we want to dive further into this now with Robert Bluey. He's president and executive director of the Daily Signal, and also Dan Turrentine, co-host of Morning Meeting. Also, Dan served as chief of staff for then Congressman Jared Polis, who's now the governor of Colorado. Thank you both for being here. So, Robert, it seems like Elon's doing what Trump promised, but it's really who's doing it and how it's being done that has people all fired up. Am I wrong?
this time around is you actually have somebody who is serious about cutting spending in Washington, D.C. For years, politicians have made promises. They have not followed through on those promises, and Elon Musk is doing that. He's doing so at the direction of Donald Trump, which as the commander-in-chief and the CEO of the executive branch has the authority to designate an individual under his direction to do exactly what Elon is doing. So I think that American people should get used to this. We're not going to see the end of it until Doge has finished its work.
Dan, what are your thoughts?
I hope, because I saw Lady Aaron D says Jeremy sounds like a libertarian. No, I sound like a MAGA voter. And I actually think about this. MAGA has completely, fundamentally changed the future of American politics. MAGA is the single biggest political party in the entire United States of America. MAGA has dominated. And the legacy of MAGA post-Trump, it will be crucial, but MAGA it's bigger than the Republican Party. It's bigger than the Democratic Party. MAGA is the future. MAGA is the future of American politics.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it well. There's been, I think, too much focus by Democrats on who's doing it and how he's going.
I know, Lady
about
Aaron
it,
D.
right?
I know.
You know, he didn't give him 30 days notice. So it's like a football in tennis. But I think, look, there is polling that shows that people have concerns with Musk. So I think to some extent, you're going to hear more about it. And I think at times it's coming across as a little chaotic. Like today, I think this evening,
Well, but the thing is we love chaos. We love chaos. Chaos is interesting. Chaos is fun as long as it's controlled chaos. I mean, why would people watch my streams? It's not like I've got like anything really put together here. People love chaos.
Office of Personnel Management put out word that people don't have to follow what Musk said. But look, I think as Robert just said, overall, Trump ran on this, and common sense tells everyone there is some spending that shouldn't be happening, and where they find it, Democrats should say.
Do you think JD will carry on MAGA into the future? I think he's a great pick. I think Elon Musk is just as important to MAGA right now, the future of MAGA, as Trump is. And I say that specifically only because of age. I don't know how old Elon Musk is. Is Elon Musk 60? How old is Elon Musk, chat? I think Elon's like 60. So I think that Elon Musk is going to be a person that he's 51. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so he's 51. So he's 30. Like, so yeah. So what has he got? 30 years on Trump nearly. So he's still got multiple decades that he can be intricately involved. Now he's not going to be elected. Obviously, we know that, but his presence and his funding and his influence, his hands will be all over MAGA into the future, I think. And he's close with JD Vance. Him and JD Vance have a good relationship. So that's one of the key pieces to the puzzle right there.
Hey, good on them, and let's fix it.
Well, let's talk about the poll I just referenced, all right? It also asked respondents, take a look, walk with me here. I want to show you. It asked respondents, should U.S. reduce debt by increasing taxes or reducing government expenditures? Simple question, right? Take a look at what Democrats had to say. Reduce government expenditure. 72% of Democrats say, heck yeah. No surprise, 94% of the GOP said that as well. So again, think about that, guys. When you see that, Dan, and how are we supposed to reduce government expenditures, which 72% of the Democrats in this poll say, yep, we want done, without creating chaos, without having issues, when you're bucking the norm?
Look, that's the $1 million question. And I think this is where Democrats have made a mistake, because every time Musk says anything, we scream about him, we scream about the process, and we scream about every single cut. When there is something legitimate, then people don't hear us, right? Because we're constantly complaining. And I think what that survey shows is every household has to make cuts at varying points, in the arc of its lifetime.
On that point right here, Elon Musk just quote tweeted this. And Wokeness says the deep state will not go down without a fight. Buckle up. Elon Musk quote tweets. It says cracks knuckles. Holy, let's go, man. This is like the greatest television show ever made. Is what this is. This is the greatest television show ever made. Holy crap. Now, I don't know if you guys heard, but another NBC Nightly News, Lester Holt, to exit NBC Nightly News after 10 years, will stay on as Dateline anchor. The 65-year-old earning $10 million a year. He's earning $10 million a year. How? How in the fuck can they afford to pay this man $10 million a year? That is insane. Holy crap. Well, there you go. That's the mainstream media for you. I mean, I think Rachel Maddow's making even more than that. I think she's making like $15 million a year. Is this right here? So I keep hearing about a Mark Cuban meltdown. What is this? Mark Cuban has a meltdown on Democratic Party crumbling in real time. What?
Mark Cuban, no friend of Donald Trump. I think we could say he's a pretty fair critic, right? Here he is going after Democrats, saying that they can't sell their own message.
The Democrats can't sell where Donald Trump can sell. If you gave the Democrats a dollar bill and said you can sell these for 50 cents, they would hire 50 people to decide if they really to try to figure out how to do it, and then would not know how to sell a dollar bill for 50 cents. If you gave it to Donald Trump and said, sell this dollar bill for $2, he'd figure out a way, right? He'd tell you that $2 bill is huge.
Okay, so to your point then, Kaylee, they're going to have to.
He's so jealous of Elon and Trump, and he's been doing this for a long time. It's if your entire existence, and right now, Mark Cuban used to be a person that had a lot of respect. When he was the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, when he was on Shark Tank, all of that, like people respected Mark Cuban. I liked watching Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. I found him to be pretty enjoyable. It seemed like Mark Cuban might be the sharpest guy in that, room at times on Shark Tank. He is a clown because his entire existence is anti-Trump and anti-Musk now. That's all he cares about. And that's like, if that's your existence is to just be caught up on, one guy for the rest of your life, then so be it. But it's pathetic, dude. Like, he has been so jealous of Trump for so long now. And he has tried to push lies and narratives about Trump. And now even Elon into the equation. And it's pathetic.
To sell this.
Right.
Ultimately, and they're going to have to convince people that it's effective in what they're doing.
And there's such a dearth of fresh ideas. I'm just struck. He's exactly right. Chuck Schumer thought that he came up with the general thrust of the 2026 message as outlined in Politico, and it was about the reconciliation bill going through Congress. And here it is. The Republican goal is to give billionaire buddies a tax break and have you, the American people, pay the cost. That's 2016 Bernie Sanders. I mean, we've heard this before. They need something fresh. It's the same old tired talking points.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Mark Cuban's just Mark Cuban's lost. Mark Cuban is a lost soul, and it's never going to get any better for him. So he can keep doing that. Let's see. Steve Owen says, I liked Eddie Rabbit growing up for $10. Chris Wayne says, nobody is going. Oh, I got that one. The man bro dude says, thanks for all. I got that one. JD says, check out Charlie Crockett for a new artist, Old Sound from Texas. 8 o'clock says, always thought of No Country for Old Men as a very Texas movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I want to watch that one again. Force Geek says, Alec Baldwin's finger. I wanted to say Alec Baldwin's finger. Alec Baldwin threatened to break his neck on camera. I can't even say, you know what? I know he's not here, but here we go.
Who the fuck is Alec Baldwin's finger?
I can't even say. Force Geek says Rachel Maddow made $30 million a year doing one show a week. What? Holy crap. Force Geek says, will you play Trump young vibrant meme? Oh, we got that one.
I just feel like a young man. I'm so young. I can't believe it. I'm the youngest person. I am a young, vibrant man. I look at Joe. I don't know about him. I don't know. Macho man, yeah.
JD Corey says, the Barnes thing happened right before you went live. It's a total crap case with the biggest middle finger to men. Ask Barnes about it. Yeah, I'm going to find out about that. JD Corey says, there is no such thing as a bad neighborhood, only different difficulty levels. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So, do viewers pay RTU to put a shirt on? I don't know. I haven't watched Review Tech in years. I used to watch him like a long time ago. It's a very strange dynamic. So with him, very strange. Got that one. Okay. There was, oh, what? Hang on. Look at this. Casualties reported after a bridge under construction collapses in South Korea. What? Bro. That is terrifying. You remember when that crosswalk bridge collapsed in Miami several years ago? That was like terrifying, dude. I don't know if anybody remembers that. There was a bridge that collapsed in Miami and it killed somebody. Insane. But this looks horrible. That looks, so it's a bridge under construction. Is that right? After bridge under construction collapses. So was it a bridge that wasn't being used, but it was under construction maybe? I hope it was only under construction and not like people are driving across it, because that is just, that's terrifying right there. That's some scary, scary stuff. Did a plane hit it? These are the questions we have to ask now. These are definitely the questions we have to ask. Sadly enough, this is the world we're in where we have to ask those questions. Okay. Now, Trump said, I got to find it. Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear about this? This is Donald Trump right here. The Donald Trump effect right here. Listen.
$1 trillion. That's the largest ever U.S. $1 trillion.
Apple makes largest ever U.S. investment of $500 billion.
That's the largest ever U.S. spending plan for the world's biggest company, and it comes with thousands of new jobs across multiple states. Now, as you mentioned, we knew this was coming as President Trump teased it on Friday, and then Apple CEO Tim Cook was at the White House on Thursday. Apple is spending 50% more this year in 2025 than it did during the first Trump term. So $500 billion over 4 years this time, 4 years, not 5 years like they usually do. 20,000 new jobs, a new AI server factory in Houston, Texas, and that's significant for Apple. It tends to farm out their AI server needs to third-party providers like AWS. Also, you got a new Detroit Academy, doubling their research and development fund. Now, Apple CEO Tim Cook says we're bullish on the future of American innovation, and we're proud to build on our long-standing U.S. investments. Now, Apple tends to roll out these type of massive U.S. investment plans every few years, but this is the biggest one yet, and it's also
45% more than what they committed during the Biden term in 2021. Now, some of this can be also attributed to the higher spend in this new AI arms race that we're in, where Apple has to keep up with everybody else who's boosting their AI spend.
It's crazy that Apple is the biggest company in the world. That's absolutely fucking crazy. I personally like, and I'm not sure I'm ever going to understand it because personally I hate Apple. I know Apple is like I feel like Apple is the normie phone. That's what I feel like it is. It's a normie phone. And that's fine. That's not saying I'm not, it's not a criticism, but it's a normie phone. These are Chad phones right here, okay? Android. All right? Specifically the Samsung. I guess I used to call it, they used to be the Note, but now it's like the S24 Ultra or some bullshit. I hate Samsung's titles. They should have stuck with the Note line. The Note line, that's a better name, Note, instead of this S Ultra bullshit that they're going with. But Samsung's a bigger company worldwide. Apple's like, it's crazy how big Apple is as a company. But Samsung, that's right. Samsung. We got to get that clip of Trump. Blast Radio says Don Lemon is looking for attention at this point. He fell off hard after CNN canceled him for making sexist comments. As of now, Megyn Kelly's viewership is miles ahead of Lemonhead, and he's really just angry about that. That's all it is. That's all it ever is. That's all it ever is jealousy. And Don Lemon is very, very jealous of Megyn Kelly. So, so now we've got the Apple versus Android armies in the chat now. So, yeah, so years ago, I had I can't remember what it was, like an S. I don't remember. I had one of the S series, the early S series. This is like right when the Note line came out. I had a Samsung, and a new Apple iPhone had come out, and I'd never had an iPhone. And I went and I was like, I'm going to go trade in my Samsung and get an Apple, because everybody's talking about this new Apple iPhone. And I got it, and I hated it so bad. And I immediately was like, I made a huge mistake. And so I went to take my iPhone back because I was still within that like window. And that was the first time that I got the Note. I think it was the Note 2. And I'd never gotten anything but a Note until, of course, now this is essentially the S24 Ultra is essentially a Note. It's got the S Pen and everything like that. But the Note is the greatest phone ever. So Samsung supremacy, 100%. Absolutely. You guys remember Nextel phones? I liked Nextel phones. I thought Nextel phones were great. Nextel phones were awesome. I had a Nextel phone back in the day with a little walkie-talkie. I loved Nextel phones. They were the best, man. They were badass. BlackBerry. I had a BlackBerry for a little while. But yeah, the Nextel phones were great. I miss those. I wish that those were still a thing. You can download them on your phone now, but it's just not the same. But the reason I like my Samsung is because customization. I do think they put a lot of bullshit in these phones, a lot of gimmicks that are completely irrelevant and waste your time. By the way, to my Samsung people, to my Android people, I've talked about this before, okay? I've talked about this before. Let's see, is it software information? I can't remember how to do it right now off the top of my head. Status information. I wanted to tell you guys how to speed up your phone. I'll have to do it in the next stream. But I've told people how to speed up their phone. You can turn off all of the transition animation durations, and it makes your Android just a little bit faster, and it'll run even better. But I don't know how to do it right now off the top of my head, so I'm not going to waste people's time because half of you don't fucking care. Fantastic Knox says Android all the way, but Samsung. Who's Samsung? I know who Samsung is because the great president said Samsung. Mike Beast says, I'm so happy Trump is back. Thanks, Geeks and Gamers, for the great content. Thank you. I appreciate that. But let's see. Nope, don't care. Yeah, see, half the chat doesn't give a fuck. And I totally respect that. I respect that. Jimmy says, I had recently got a new phone. It's in developer options. Yeah, but you have to unlock developer options first. So that's what I was going to tell everybody how to do it. I'll do it next time. Is it related to Sam? More than half of us are iPhone users. You're in the minority. Do a poll. Okay, let's find out. Hang on. All right. Start poll. Okay. So are you iPhone, Android? Okay. Let's see who's got the most. Okay. iPhone or Android? There you go. Flip phone for me. Hey, I respect it. Oh, snap. iPhone's getting wrecked. iPhone is getting crushed right now. 68-32. 67-33. And there's 3,500 people watching. There's only 700 votes. So we'll see. Well, to be fair, and I don't know if people understand this, but so the iPhone is the best selling individual phone, but Android by far sells more phones than Apple because there's a lot of different versions of Android. So that's why. 3 a.m. votes now. And I think from a market share standpoint, I think Samsung has a bigger market share than Android. I might be wrong about that, but I think so. Okay. So right now, we have a breaking news here on CobraCast. Breaking news, everyone. Here we go. Looks like Tucker Carlson has in fact met Dan Crenshaw. Boom, there it is. Tucker Carlson has in fact met Dan Crenshaw, and that is the result right there, ladies and gentlemen. So here you go. Oh man, I don't know if you saw this, but this is the energy that has been brought back to the White House right here. Here is Pete Hegseth. Listen to this right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it.
Mr. Secretary, why did you select an underqualified retired lieutenant general to be the next chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff? Given that, I'm going to choose to reject your unqualified question.
Yeah. Mr. Secretary, why did you select an underqualified retired lieutenant general to be the next chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff? And Pete Hegseth says, I'm going to choose to reject your unqualified question.
Mr. Secretary, why did you select an underqualified retired lieutenant general to be the next chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff? Given that, I'm going to choose to reject your unqualified question.
Yes, let's go. That's the attitude era right there, man. That's the attitude era. You love to see it. Johnny Ringo says 2-1. Suck it, iPhone. Yeah. We're over 1,000 votes now, so it looks like iPhone has lost. To me, it's it seems like more people have iPhones, though, just like it does. But maybe it's just because it's one singular phone and not like Apple doesn't have a bunch of, what is this? Wait, Primetime's got a video? What is this? Here we go. MAGA hat triggers crowd of black women. Freaking Alex Stein. MAGA hat triggers crowd of black women.
Hey, give one the mic.
That's it.
What's going on?
It's my understanding.
What's going on?
Give me the thing. Is it my understanding that you said yes or no? I need a yes or a no answer, not the politically correct answer, not the Republican answer. Is it my understanding that you said black women only have babies to cut a check? It's very
No, that's not what I said.
I don't know what's the conversation.
That's not how I said it. You just created a new thing. First of all, that's not how I said it. Yeah. Oh, come over here. Come over here. Come here. No, I said some black women take advantage of social services.
Oh, man. There's Laughing Man. Hang on. Because Laughing Man is correct in what he said. I got to see if I can catch his comment, though. God, the chat's just moving so fast. I'm trying to find it, Laughing Man. I saw your comment go by. I just absolutely cannot find it. There it is, right? Gosh. To unlock developer options on Samsung phone, you have to tap build number 7 times in the software information section of settings. That's it. So if you go to build number in the software information section, tap build number 7 times, it will open up developer options. If you go into developer options, you can then turn off the animation scale windows. You'll thank me later. Have fun with that one. Thank you, Laughing Man. Appreciate it.
Because if one's done it, then I know that it's happened. I'm saying, yeah, because I know there's women that said that they've had babies because they get more social services. So you tell me no black woman has ever had a baby? What about the white women that do it? I'm saying white women too. I never said. It's funny because I never said a white woman never did it. And I never said that a white woman didn't do that.
Why did you target black women?
Because we were talking about black women. We were talking. Yes, I am. Yes.
So I need to let you know that the times are different. If you're sitting here looking at this crowd right here,
Yeah.
you see how diverse this crowd is? So I understand.
What? I understand what? I know, but what are you mad about? Well, I know, but what are you mad about? You're mad about what? So listen, yes, you are. I know, but I'm asking you. I know, but I'm trying to ask you. I know, but this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing is.
Times are different.
Okay.
So if you're gonna come up here with your tent in your button,
Yes.
and you think that Trump is over here doing all this stuff,
Yeah.
I don't understand why you over here. You got women over here wearing "Make America Great Again" hats. They don't care about her. They don't care about us. And I'm trying to figure
Who
out
doesn't care?
Trump. But it's okay.
See, you have Trump derangement syndrome. You have Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, you've been brainwashed. Trump wants to help you out. Yes, you have. Yeah, you've been brainwashed. Yes, you've been brainwashed. And you're probably vaccine injured too. Yeah, how many vaccines do you have? How many vaccines do you have? How many vaccines do you
I'm
have?
asking you a question.
Yeah.
I was never done talking. Why black women were targeted? I just want to
We were
know.
talking
Because
about
I'm
it.
sitting here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes. Listen. I love black women. It's just funny. No, you're trying to gaslight me and trying to make me out to be you're trying to act like I don't like black women. So listen, I love black women. I think you guys need to learn, especially when you get off this campus, is that life is not fair. You know, yeah, I know.
That is the most, that's one of the things that a lot of these younger generation, life is not fair. It's never going to be fair, and it doesn't matter who you are or what your upbringing is. Life will always throw you a bunch of bullshit, and it's all relative to you. Just because you have, I don't know, just because somebody was born into a rich family, it doesn't mean that pain doesn't still affect them. Just like, a person that doesn't have a lot of money, pain affects them. It's all relative. Life sucks. That is part of it. All right. It's great too, but it has ups and downs like everything else. And you've got to learn to overcome that shit.
I know. So that's a harsh reality. No, I just want to try to wake people up like you that want to constantly play a victim because of something that happened 200 years ago. Yes. Yes. That's what you guys are acting like. That's why you guys are getting all mad. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. So, to talk, I want to have this conversation. Let's have a conversation right here. What about brainwashed? You keep saying it. No, certain of you ones that have been arguing with me are dumb. Yes.
Well, that was good. I liked the headline there. I also see my mods are like, Jeremy pays more attention to Laughing Man than us. And then Laughing's like, he hardly pays attention to me anymore. I can't win. I can't win around here. No matter what I do, somebody's mad at me.
What more do you want from me?
Always mad, no matter what I do. Always mad at me. Blast Radio says, I guarantee Maddow will be following Joy Reid to the unemployment line, debunking her slanderous lie about something racist happening to Reid. She knows she's next. That's what it seems like. It does seem like that. Fantastic Knox says, life isn't fair, but we all bleed red. It's true. Life has wonderful highs and terrible lows, and that's just the same for everybody, man. Everybody. I've talked about it before. It's Dave Chappelle's comment about, his life's like an above ground pool, and I thought that was such a great explanation, because you sit there and you go, oh, man, well, Dave Chappelle must have everything going for him because he's rich and famous and all this, but he's like, my life's like an above ground pool. It's a pool. Everybody has perspective and everything's relative to their life. So, Jeremy never reads Jessica Lindstrom's super chats. All I know is Android won overwhelmingly. There you go. But with that, you know what? We're going to get 9 more minutes out of this stream. We'll make it to 3 hours. All right. Look at that. How CobraCast is not only we've upped the amount of CobraCast, we're actually going longer as well, which is absolutely fantastic to see. All right. I know you're happy about that. I'm happy about it. That's what we all need. Look at this. So according to, is it Kalshi? Trump and Elon are expected to cut 307,000 government employees this year. That's a lot. That is a lot. Holy shit. Mola Ram for 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Let me see. What is this? Oh, we got that one. Ooh, here. Okay. Listen, I try not to bring too many divisive topics to the chat, but we're not scared of divisive topics around here. Okay. We're willing to have the tough conversations. The snake pit does not back down from the tough conversations. So 5 gifted memberships from, is it Tawzy? 5. Thank you. That's 10 gifted memberships in the last few minutes. So we're going to have a tough conversation right now. And I hope you're all prepared. Little Caesars, Papa John's, Domino's, or Pizza Hut, go. Now, I personally have to go with Papa John's, okay? I got to go with Papa John's, all right? I mean, I know they fired Papa John for dropping the N-word, which, pisses me off. He should have never been fired for that. He should have gotten promotion, in my opinion anyway. But I mean, like, how can you not pull for this guy right here? Like, how can you not pull for this guy? All right, come on.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently in Mark Shapiro should be in jail. He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come. The record will be straight.
Why not set the record straight now? I mean, what is it about the record that's not straight?
Stay tuned.
Why did you have that many pizzas, bro?
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days.
40 pizzas in 30 days? Why? I mean, pizza's awesome. That's a lot of fucking pizza, bro. Anyway, all right, you guys want me to poll it? Okay, here we go. Start the poll. All right, Papa John's. Okay. Little Caesars. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we've got Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. And Domino's. Chat's going absolutely crazy, dude. There we go. All right, chat, let's see it. Here we go. We have the tough conversations here. Papa John's is winning. I told you he dropped the N-word, man. Come on. Like, of course, I fired him for it, but still. So, listen, I have nothing against any of these places, by the way. I remember back in the day when Pizza Hut had the buffet. Okay? When Pizza Hut had the buffet, I don't know if they still have the buffet or not. But Domino's is fine. I like Domino's. And Little Caesars is like their extra most bestest, I think that's what it's called, is really freaking good. But if you're talking about these chains right here, it's gotta be Papa John's. And right now, Papa John's is running away with it. So is Little Caesars a spoiler though? Because like if you didn't vote for Little Caesars, what would you have voted for? Would you have voted for Pizza Hut or Domino's? But you know, I like what I like Hungry Howie's. I don't know how many of you have seen had Hungry Howie's pizza. Hungry Howie's Pizza is one of the only major chains. I don't really like eating their pizza cold, and it's the only one because all the other ones I'll eat that pizza cold, but Hungry Howie's when it's fresh is on freaking point. Hungry Howie's is fantastic. Local pizza. Yeah, I mean, you're all going to have your local shops that are probably better than any chains for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Hungry Howie's pizza is really freaking good. But for some reason, it's the one I will not eat it cold. So, number one, Papa John's. Well, Papa John's is running away with it. So, 40%. So, again, the tough conversations. Timmy says, what the fuck, Jeremy? Now I want pizza. Said that over on the Rumble chat. I totally understand. I'm kind of hungry, too. Hungry Howie's, why do you hate yourself, Jeremy? Bro, Hungry Howie's is good. Hungry Howie's is good. What is that Pugs for? What is your profile picture? It looks like a Domino's pizza box. No pineapple on pizza. Don't bring that Gary bullshit up in here, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Look at there. Artemis Silver for 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. 10 gifted memberships. Let's see. Oh, look who's here. Laughing Man. Laughing Man with 50 gifted memberships. Do you know what? Because of Laughing Man, you guys are going to get a present. Okay. Here we go. Because of Laughing Man dropping 50 gifted memberships. Everybody's happy. Everybody's excited. Everybody is ready. So everybody think Laughing Man. Everybody think Laughing Man. Here we go.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
Come on, baby. Come on. I'm gonna do it.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Beautiful white paint. It's coming down at 10,000 miles an hour. It's coming down at levels of speed that nobody ever even conceived of. Where it's rough, but it's coming, and now it's turned around. It turns around, and it's coming, and it's gonna. I said, oh, because you see at that bottom, this section right here, that sucker's. Oh. Should I do it?
Do not come.
Should I do it?
Damn it. All right. Too much shit going on. Sorry. Laughing Man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Good to see you as well. 8 o'clock says, Jeremy, can you play the damn clip? The damn clip. This one?
It's gonna crawl again. Damn! It's gonna crawl again. Damn!
There it is. There it is. Rhino Helix says 80s Pizza Hut, 90s Little Caesars, 2000 Domino's, and currently Papa John's. That's not a bad answer, actually, Rhino. That's not a bad answer at all. Respect to you. That's good. That's good perspective right there. Shadow Sand says Jeremy Jessica wants eye candy for the ladies, but no super chats are sent for it. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a predominantly male audience. No, men aren't trying to super chat to see other men. We only have like a 5% female audience here, okay? Maybe 10. Maybe 10. Eric A says, Roundtable Pizza. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Johnny Ringo says, no one's out pizzas the Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut. Force Geek says, Pizza Hut all day. Give me that stuffed crust the best. Now I'm really hungry. Josie says, when Biden took office, there were 70,000 federal employees who were millionaires. By the time Biden left, there was 160,000. And Doge is going to take care of it, baby. Doge is going to take care of it. Sandman says, Hungry Howie's. Yes, Hungry Howie's is awesome. Accident Seller says, I'm not American. What the fuck is this poll? I know only one there. Sorry, that's like when we were talking about fast food joints, and Dan on Tuesday night's main event was just like sitting there like, I have no idea what's going on. Warbeer says, there's a Hungry Howie's a few miles away. So good. It is so good. Wyoming Sasquatch says, Pizza Slut is the only pizza within a 3-hour drive. Eric says, I can no longer support you after saying pineapple on pizza is bullshit. I am a single issue voter. Gary understands. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Clark says, I meet with clients weekly that talk about how Trump is ruining the country. The country is over. Democracy is finished. Literally a felon. I just sit back and smile. It's probably not easy. I know. But you got CobraCast. Brian Stewart says, order some Papa John's right now and eat on stream. No, I don't eat this late. I don't. I'm too old to be eating this late. I used to eat whenever I wanted and didn't think about it. Now I have to be more strategic at my old age. BC Man says, damn, phone rings after that. Raptors GTA says, late to the show. Did you cover Sam Bankman-Fried being pardoned and joining Doge? Love the show. I don't think that happened. I haven't heard about that one. Mellow Mushroom is fantastic. Whoever just said that in the chat. Mellow Mushroom. Beefy McWhat now? Yeah, Mellow Mushroom is freaking great. Hail to the 5%. Look at there. Is it Nikki Noel? Thank you to the 5. Let me confirm. Let me look right now. What is the demographics on this channel? Let's look and see. Analytics, audience. Okay, so here's the demographics. Actually, I'm wrong. Holy shit, I'm wrong. I was wrong. Okay. So here's the demographics. In the last 28 days, 40% watch on mobile, 28% on computer, 24% on TV, 6% on tablet. Age range is 0% 13-17, 3% 18 to 24, 13% 25 to 34, 21% 35 to 44, 21% 45 to 54, 20% 55 to 64, and 21% 65 plus. Those are some solid demographics right there. I'm very impressed with that. Holy shit. So from 35 to 65 plus, all in the 20% range. That's really freaking good. Here it is, though. Gender. 81% male, 18% female. What? 18% female. Holy shit. And 0.3% unspecified. There might be some trans weirdos. Listen, if you're watching CobraCast and you get offended by being called a trans weirdo, you're not going to last here much longer anyway. Like, you're going to get offended by something I say, okay? So I got nothing against you, but I'm also not going to, like, we talk shit to each other, and being part of being a human is you get made fun of, all right? That's just the simple rule in life, all right? You get made fun of. And if you're not getting made fun of, you're part of a protected class, and that means you're going to get made fun of even more. Okay? That's how it goes. Thank you, Nikki Noel. Christian Rocker says, did you check out that Trump anime I sent you? I did not, but I will. Jeremy the Cyborg becomes a new member. Thank you so much. No, I think that's the rule in life. By the way, here's geography: 79.4% from the United States, 4.9% from the UK, and 4.8% from Canada. And then the rest, like 2% from Australia, 0.7% South Africa, 0.5% from Germany, 0.4% from New Zealand, 0.4% from Ireland, 0.4% from Sweden, 0.4% from the Netherlands. Interesting. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So thank you guys, regardless of who you are, where you're watching. I greatly appreciate you taking your time to watch this show and support what we're doing. You guys are the freaking best. Jeremy the Cyborg for 10 gifted memberships. 10. Let's freaking go. 100% IDOT here. See that? You see that? Where's that one? Let me highlight that one. Who said 100% IDOT? I just saw the comment. Damn it. Where'd it go? 100% IDOT. Look at there. That's what's up. That's what's up. Best show on YouTube. Whoever said that, thank you. There you go. All these gifties keep missing me. Let me see where we're at. We are currently at 92 gifted memberships. Can we get to 100 before the show ends? Skull Eater says, lived in Hawaii. Real Hawaiian pizza has spam. In this case, fantasy better than reality. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. I've always wanted to go. Grant Potato says, the last 1% is figs like you. Casey Cheeto says, let's hear it for the 18%. 18% female audience, dude. That's crazy. Warbreer with 5 gifted memberships. We are now 3 away from 100 gifted memberships. Where's MCU fan? I'm not sure. Johnny Ringo with the gifted membership. John freaking Murdoch with 10, and we are over 2,000 likes and over 100 gifted memberships. Jeff Hill with 5 gifted memberships. Holy crap. You guys are the best. 10 gifted memberships there. The best chat on the internet, and it's not even close. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Miss Jamie says 18%. The snake ladies are awesome. All right. They're here. All right. Grand Potato. What? Grand Potato. And then 50. What? Laughing Man has lost his freaking mind. There's 18% here. All right, ladies, you got to tag me on something on Twitter. I'm not Googling a picture for you girls, okay? If you want to tag me on something on Twitter, well, fuck, that's dangerous. Fuck. How do I look up? I don't know how to do this. There's 18% women here. Okay. I got it. I know how to do this. No problem. I got you covered, okay? All right. Hang on. All right, ladies. Here we go. All right. It's a real picture. All right. There you go, ladies. There we go for the ladies. All right. There we go, ladies. All right. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys wanted a real picture. My bad. All right. I got a real picture for you now. Because that's just a meme. So here's a real picture. Okay. There's your real picture of Trump with his shirt off. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do the meme. So there's the real picture. There you go. So thank you, Laughing Man. Laughing Man, hang on. Let me see. Well, hey, no, I got it. Ladies, I got something listen, I'm told that the ladies, there's only one reason this person is in a position of authority is because the ladies. So here you go, ladies.
Never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus kids' rights to not have to undergo conversion therapy.
Okay. I got it. For the ladies. All right. For the ladies. We got something for you. If it's good enough for Gina, good enough for you.
Canadian bear. I'm a Canadian bear. We're harmless Canadian bears. I'm a Canadian bear. I'm a Canadian bear.
Laughing Man did drop like 50 gifted memberships. So, of course, when we get the 50, we got to celebrate. Okay. We got to celebrate. There you go. It's a wonderful view. It really is. It really is. Bernie onesie clip. I don't have that one saved. I do have this one though. I'll play this one for you, laughing. I know it's not funny, but it is funny, but it's not like that. This is a great clip though.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the U.S. Capitol building. If you've joined us today for the insurrection, please make sure you pick up a promotional leaflet on the way in, stay inside the safety cordons at all times, and if you get lost, speak to one of our Capitol police officers. They'll be sure to point you in the right direction. And be sure to set aside a little time today to join us for some insurrection activities, including our photography tour, our fancy dress competition, and have a go on our climbing wall. But don't forget those safety ropes. And I've now received the results of our fancy dress competition. The winner today is Jacob Chansley. That's Mr. Jacob Chansley. If you could report to your nearest Capitol Police officer, they'll be sure to give you your prize, a guided tour of the building. And all that's left is for me to thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the insurrection. Wherever possible, please try to clean up after yourselves. Don't forget to visit the souvenir shop on the way out. And feel free to join us on the outdoor terrace for Nancy Pelosi's Insurrection Soiree. Grab yourself a light refreshment and enjoy the music of our very own fancy dress competition winner.
So good, man. Love the internet. Steven voiceover is awesome with that one, by the way. Muller M says, can we get to 100? That's next level grifting. We're way past it because of laughing, man. Jeff Hill says, I watched my TV, but also I use my phone for super chats. Hell yeah. The damn clip. You want the damn clip? What the hell is it?
Damn!
Never gets old.
Damn!
Let's go. Fantastic Person Knox says, good to hear I'm part of the 4% Aussie representation. Wyoming Sasquatch says, any 18% single women in Wyoming. Pablo Yogi says, Jeremy and Mod Appreciation Stream would do better. 3 says, how about some Brandon Herrera guy candy for the 18%? Emo Otaku says, damn, Jer, 18%, you're a real ladies man. That's insane. I was not expecting that. Chad McThundercock says, I got a Woody. Fantastic Stunk says, cash now. Alex McCarthy says, for the 18%. Golden Nugget says, Joy Reed without makeup is so freaking. I am not reading that. I'm not even reading that one. I'm not reading it. But we do have a clip for you, Golden Nuggets. Okay? We have a clip for you, buddy.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Victor Chavez says, if you could save that clip, I'm the chosen one from Trump. It's so freaking good. Great stream as always. Hail the chat. Thank you. And with that, we're calling it a night. Over 3 hours. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Held great numbers all night. And listen, every day is just a new day of craziness. So be on the lookout for me making videos and doing live streams, and of course everything over on Geeks and Gamers as well. And I'm looking forward to it. So I really appreciate all of you guys and gals. Have a great evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.